Hello and welcome to Zelda Speedruns for the Twilight Princess Weekly. This week's theme is any percent, and here to tell you all about it, RFX and Prince. Folks, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you guys?
I'm doing fine, thanks. I haven't watched any percent in a while, so this will be interesting.
I've watched nothing but 80%, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good,
So,
good.
between the two of us, we got it covered.
You'll be able to tell me when they're gonna get the wooden shield and stuff.
I'm gonna go into the race room and set them off then. And you all have fun. Bye!
Bye! Alright, gang, we got a great show for you lined up today. We have a stack of great racers in front of us right now, and then a couple more waiting in the wings to get swapped on the race stream in a little bit. Anrakis, in particular, has just gotten his post slide started. He's doing a low percent run as we speak. And everybody else, Glubbers, making a return to the sort of regular running and streaming circuit due to some fortunate circumstances. G's recently got his first sub 3 run with a broken hand.
Broken hand, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, one-handed sub 3.
He's a legend.
He's so good at this game. And obviously Dean, probably like the most like consistent dude like on the grind. Like he has been running and grinding this game for ages. And they're off. First things first. The gang is going to be approaching, going to the right, and then picking up a rock, and then putting that rock down in front of a gate, side hopping onto the rock. It's all good. Side hopping onto the rock and into that gate, and then rolling around in that gate to bonk out of the other end. And they're going to do a trick called Back in Time. Back in Time is a trick where basically anytime you are able to void out and reset the console on the exact same frame, you'll be able to spawn on a sort of hidden hidden save file that the game uses to load link onto the title screen. And what that's going to do for these guys is they're going to be able to make a save on that save file and then transfer those items from the title screen over to their normal game. Things included in that are... Go on.
Getting first. G's getting it
right
away.
That was really fast.
Glover's on... Oh, also Dean is... Dean went for the fast Back in Time.
Dean's insane. So even though he got a little bit slower gate clip, he's still right up there with the rest of them. But yeah, so they're going to be able to get the Ordnance Sword, Hylian Shield, Hero's Tunic, and a flag in memory that says opponent is tamed. And that will be important in just a couple minutes.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty interesting thing that without the equipment, we would actually have to do a lot of the intro sequence to gain some of the weapons that we'd need. But because the title screen just gives you the sword and shield right away, you actually don't need to go collect anything else, and we can actually skip a lot of that introductory sequence and just head straight for the first dungeon. Of course, we get the Lantern here. Lantern is actually surprisingly useful throughout the game. It's one of the things that I think TP is very good at, is having you use items that you find in more places than just the dungeon you find them.
Yep.
So you actually get to use it many times. You'll also see people timing their rolls. They're just spamming rolls, but don't just spamming them. They're actually trying to frame perfect the rolls, because if you frame perfect them, you maintain more movement speed than if you were to just spam them randomly.
Yeah, right now we have 7 racers in this race right now, the 4 you see on screen, as well as EJ125, and D, the current legend of like holding every single world record ever for the Wii version of the run, and as well as Beast.
That guy.
Yeah, I was blanking on his name for a second. I was like, who's that guy? He plays TP sometimes.
Yeah. Beast is current world record holder, or actually did...
Nope, Alberto still has 80% world record.
Alberto actually improved lately as well. Alberto is insane at this game too. But
Alberto's
Beast is
really good at this game.
Very close to that as well. Beast is pretty fast, I would say. We'll probably see him at some point.
Nice little bit of sync there between G's and Dean coming out of the small key cave.
Yep, and we see G's and Dean both going for the lag reduction, actually.
Yeah, so this area is extremely laggy on GameCube. So they are sort of panning the camera towards the wall to reduce the number of things that are being rendered on screen, thereby reducing lag.
Yeah, we see Glubbers and Anuragas aren't doing it, and their game is slightly slower because of it. They just lose frames. It's not a huge deal, but...
Yeah, the main thing about that is that with lag, it makes chaining your rolls frame perfectly a little bit harder. Because the spacing isn't quite as even. So G's a couple frames ahead of Dean, Glubber's shortly behind them, and pulling up the rear. On stream, at least. So right now, the gang is just saving Talo to, progress the game to a state where you can start the sort of story proper. It's pretty hard to get around doing this sequence.
Yeah. Basically, everything in Farron is locked behind Talo being captured versus saved. So there's no way to... Well, there is a way, but without some extreme glitches, there is no way to get to the first dungeon without doing this. And the extreme way takes hours and hours extra, so it's much faster. Much faster not to do it.
They're going to be coming into the first big bout of RNG in the run, first with goats and then with bow. The goat herding sequence, this is the second one technically in the game, but the back in time glitch skipped the first part. They have to herd 20 goats into the barn as fast as possible. Luckily, there's a handy timer up top to show us exactly how fast they're going. The position and direction of these goats is always consistent, but their reaction to Link's sort of presence and whooping is randomized each and every run.
Yeah, we just saw on Dean's screen one goat just straight up ignored him on this first pass, and that's just the kind of thing that can happen sometimes, which is just RNG. But
Glubber's being very cooperative, except for one Howard there.
Yep. Dean also has a Howard here. Jesus is already done because,
Because he's G's, yeah.
He's
Anno
good
really getting... And Anno's really having some rough time with these goats here.
Yeah. Well...
Trying to get all of them
in
the stall.
Oh, that one decided to turn around.
That's really... Well... he'll get there eventually. And G's entering Bo's house, as well as Glubber's is entering Bo's house to start wrestling Bo. Anno is also an interlace, yeah, because he's on his other Wii, because his first Wii is doing low percent. But yeah, so this sequence that the gang is about to come into with wrestling Bo is sort of rock, paper, scissors, effectively. Bo can do a couple of predetermined things. He can stand still during the first round. He can slap, he can grab, he can sidestep. And the idea is that everybody's going to be trying to do the fastest counter to whatever Bo does.
Yeah, which you have to guess beforehand. You pick a move, and because it's rock, paper, scissors, you just hope that whatever you picked is going to win against whatever Bo's AI picked.
Yep.
But everybody's going to go for slap.
Yeah. Wow,
And
really
G's
good
gets
RNG
the good
from
RNG.
G's. Yep.
Because when you slap Bo, you're able to push him out of the ring in one cycle. If you go for grabbing, which is also fine, you have to do 2 cycles. But in the second phase, grabbing has a little bit more consistency than slapping, so it's a matter of preference there.
G's with perfect Bo RNG and perfect mashing.
Yeah.
So that is a big time save for G's there.
So
yeah,
Glubbers and Dean starting the second phase.
Mm-hmm. In order to push Bo out of the ring in just one phase, you need to be mashing your A button at least 11 hertz, 11 presses per second. If you are any slower than that, you will not get that one cycle. And 11 hertz sounds like a lot, but it actually isn't that bad. I encourage you to practice mashing one-handed yourself. You can probably get 9 or 10 hertz.
One-handed is how I do this as well, and it works out just fine. Just need to be careful that you warm up properly before you start doing a run with one-handed mashing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It can be quite painful if you are careless with it.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, you can definitely get up to like 15 with one hand.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like G's is a little bit ahead of Glubber's, and Glubber's got a 735 boots. That's pretty solid. Dean still has he doesn't have a time, he just has Delta on his splits, which is just weird, but that's how he does, I guess.
I'm not sure what the Delta is.
It's 2 PB, but like I don't know what it like. He's 9 seconds ahead of PB at boots, so enjoy that information.
I Actually, okay, I get it. Yeah, that's interesting.
But yeah, pretty normal iron boost times for everybody besides Anno. With an
Yeah.
816, that's below my cutoff, but probably a decent ways above most other people's cutoffs to reset their run.
I think like 8:15. I think a lot of people would like in a serious like run attempt, they would probably reset around the 8-minute mark.
Yeah.
But 8:15 really isn't like that horrendous that you could never
Oh, it's totally
do anything
doable.
good. Yeah, it's you can definitely get a good time with 8:15.
Yeah. Basil Ouija's PB, which is a 305 or something around there, has like a 9-minute iron boots.
Yeah, I think there was someone else also who had like an 8.5-minute boots and then PB'd with it.
Yeah,
With, like,
Alberto actually got a few sub 3s with like a really bad iron boots.
Yeah, because he never resets.
Yeah, that's
or at least had a period where he never did.
Yeah, dude is crazy with no resets. It looks like Glubbers and G's both got box break. Box break is a strat where if you basically time a B attack, you can break that little box there before the cutscene starts. 250 or 2, yeah, exactly, with an 8 IB. Yeah, it's really bad. But like he's just insane at this game. But yeah, breaking that box before the cutscene starts saves optimally 3 frames, according to a very old task done by Gymnast86.
Yeah, we can watch Anarachus try it.
But yeah, this segment is sort of the tutorial to Wolf movement. You're learning how to run around and control Wolf, grab things, manipulate items and whatnot, use your senses. But none of these guys are going to be using senses just yet.
Yeah. It's interesting because there's a lot of little optimizations in this area where you can gain small amounts of time. Let's see. Yep, Glubbers did go. So Glubbers did a swim, then zoomed in, and immediately cancels his zoom so that he can dash again in the water. So he gets an extra bit of swimming speed to reach the ledge faster. And it's that kind of small optimization that saves you time in this area.
Yeah, it's one of those things that sort of makes it a little bit easier to tell like a more beginner runner from a more seasoned runner is like vectoring and dash cancels and whatnot. And like paying very close attention to their lines and the way they move throughout an area.
And especially in the tower, as you go up, the camera likes to be rather annoying. And managing the camera well is another sign that you've been playing for a while. Yep. Jeez is doing really well with it so far. Camera seems to be behaving. Let's just see the exit here. Good, yeah. And then Jeez is going to head outside.
Yeah, there are, in between any time that there's text before a cutscene or 2 cutscenes adjacent to each other, there's going to be a frame in which the player can input an action. And so if you have a mid-minute text before a mid-minute jump, there's going to be a frame where you can jump before you have to watch the animation of Minute flying over and being like, hey, over here, you got to target and jump. That saves a couple frames depending. And it looks like most people are getting them. There's one here you can watch on Dean's screen right now. Nice. He timed that one. You can time clearing that cutscene and then jumping off without skipping minute text there.
Yeah, normally Minute will like talk to you about where to go when you get to that ledge. And if you time the jump attack perfectly, you actually get to skip that little bit of text.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody seems to be getting through this tutorial relatively scot-free.
Watch you on Dean's screen right now. He got that one framer just there. And Anno has one coming up at the top of the
is getting...
Oh, is he getting carged?
Yeah. The Cargaroks were swarming him, but he managed to get through on the second try.
Anno got that tech skip as well just then.
Alright, so I think we're going to be watching Jeez now, because he's coming up on the first major usually run killer when it comes to any percent, which is the Sword and Shield skip. Because we already have a Sword and Shield, we don't actually want to go into Orden Village to go get another sword. So we're going to lure this Boblin, whose name is Hugo. We're going to lure him all the way to the entrance to Farron Forest. Because there's currently a Twilight wall, and it's blocking us from entering by virtue of some cutscenes. But if we do things just right and position Hugo in a way that we can jump attack him, we can actually jump attack over the cutscene that's blocking us from entering the Farron Twilight. So we're going to be seeing G's positioning Hugo here.
Yep.
And then he's going to push him into just the right spot. And then if things go well, he can do a quick succession of 2 jump attacks to skip ahead.
That looks good. He's being patient. Look at the discipline.
Hugo is being
very, very,
but he
very
got it.
solid. That was like, I mean, the focus was there.
Yeah.
You could absolutely tell that he was like biding his time, just waiting for the exact right moment.
So with that, he gets to head into Fire and Twilight.
Glover's unfortunately missing it.
Yeah, the angle seemed a little bit off on that one. Dean is on his attempt now.
Nailing
Nice,
it.
very good.
And this is an instance of what we call a long jump attack. A long jump attack is basically when you are targeting something that is above Link's feet or over a void, such as out of bounds, and you do a jump attack towards that thing that you're targeting. You will get a whole lot of speed to account for that thing's position being, otherwise inaccessible. This is sort of an intended mechanic by the game, but we exploit it by sort of creating edge cases for ourselves. And so the first jump attack is to get Hugo up in the air over a sort of bump in the terrain. And the second jump attack is the long jump attack to jump over that minute trigger that FX mentioned. And focusing.
Hugo's
Looking
being
good.
a bit rude.
Yeah.
It looks
He's
good.
really having a hard time getting him far enough forward because he's going to be doing slide method. All right, that was pretty good. Again, the key word with this trick is patience. You really need to be patient and not rush, trying to get Hugo in the exact right spot or like going for a bad attack, bad position. Like it's all about patience and focus.
I want to point out that we see G's just running straight through this area, not progressing anything.
Oh, yeah.
And Anorax is also going to do the same thing. Nice, Glover's gets the Soda Shield skip on the second try. So I think most runners are going to be skipping the Fire and Twilight, but Glover's is actually going to clear Fire and Twilight because his route is different. So normally what you're supposed to do is hunt these Twilight bugs to progress and clear the area of Twilight, but you don't have to do that to complete the game any %.
Right.
However, there is a route where you do that, and this route is marginally slower than the optimal Gorge Void route, which most runners will be doing here.
We'll not cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, we'll get there, but for now it's important to just imagine that most runners are going to be skipping killing these bugs, but Globbers is going to be killing them for a good reason.
Yep, because his route requires it. G's is approaching the second big sequence break, big trick, run killer thing, which is Early Master Sword, EMS. The idea is he's going to be luring this Shadow Beast Jamal over to the right position so that he can do a super jump with the minute charge attack onto this little ledge here. Very, very clean,
Nice.
Extremely fast as well. And he's going to be doing a little bit of out-of-bounds movement and then jumping over to the Sacred Grove, which is conveniently right over there.
Yeah, this is indeed a case of, wow, that's very convenient. It's just right there.
Yeah.
And you can just go grab the Master Sword. There's nothing stopping you from just going and collecting the Master Sword, even though you're supposed to be able to do this only after you've done 3 dungeons already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the second biggest sequence break in Twilight Princess. The first one will come up a little bit later. So, G's is going to be making his way through the Sacred Grove. This is a sort of predetermined path where you just need to attack Skull Kid a few times and get him to the sort of arena where you can actually confront him and face him. And the rest of the gang is making their way through Twilight. Glubber's killing bugs. He's going to be knocking out some Cora bugs here. Dean Machine nailing EMS. Very nice.
Nice. I hope he's going to grab a backup heart at the entrance to Sacred Grove, because half a heart is pretty sketchy in Sacred Grove itself.
It is a little bit worrisome. The puppets the Skull Kid summons can knock you, and as Wolf Link, you take double damage relative to Human Link. So Skull Kid smacking you will do half a heart of damage. You noticed Glubbers, if you were watching his screen, he turned off senses before completing the minute charge attack to kill those 2 bugs. That skips a little bit of Koro dialogue where he's like, "What? The bugs disappeared." So just a nice little optimization there.
And surprisingly lenient as well.
Yeah, very lenient.
You'll also see that
I can do it.
You're also seeing that Globbers is killing the bugs, but then not collecting the tears, or not collecting all of the tears. And that's because we're going to be going through this area again later on. Because after we get the Master Sword, we still need to leave Sacred Grove, and the best way to do this is to just warp back to South Farron.
Yep.
So with that, you'll be running through Farron again, and so you can just collect the tears on your second way through.
Yeah. In theory, you could, if you didn't need to collect the bug tears, you could warp back to North Farron, but we didn't complete the North Farron Shadow Beast fight because we needed to do EMS. But if we did, it would theoretically get you to Forest Temple a little bit quicker. Those trunk bugs always hassle me, getting the tears just right.
There's a nice, well, it's a nice visual I have, but it's, yeah, they can be annoying sometimes. It's, yeah, it just depends on what happens really with the tears, because they float a bit randomly.
G's here in the Skull Kid fight proper. He needs to hit him 3 times, just like a Nintendo game. And he's only vulnerable while blowing that little horn of his, and he doesn't blow the horn until you attack one of his little puppets. So the idea is to attack as few puppets as possible, ideally 1, to reduce the number of lag frames that appear, or hit stun frames, or whatever. And then wait for him to blow the horn, like that, attack him, rinse and repeat. Dean Machine here, you can see, for that final hit on a Skull Kid off of that ledge, he actually used that B attack to his advantage to get him off that ledge and onto the ground, getting him a little bit closer to where he needed to be, a little bit faster. Massive ZSR raid, hey gang.
So we see Globber's only now entering the Sacred Grove because he was busy killing some bugs. So it seems like he's very far behind, but he's not actually very far behind. It just looks that way because of how his route works. So he'll be catching up again later.
Yep. I think that during the Master Sword cutscene is going to be a good time to swap in some new runners, some fresh faces. So, G's is doing the Master Sword puzzle, my favorite Master Sword puzzle in all of Zeldadom. Unfortunately, it is seared into my brain from the number of times that I've done it, so I will never again be able to experience it with fresh eyes. But it's really fun casually, I promise.
You know, I thought I would never forget it, and then I didn't run for like 8 months because I was busy with university.
Oh, did you forget?
And then I just forgot. And then on like a random like for fun run attempt, I got here and I was like, I don't remember how this puzzle goes.
That's so cool. Maybe there's still hope for me in 20 years.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, G's getting the Master Sword at 21:17. That's actually a pretty good Master Sword time for a race.
Not bad at all. That is pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's very respectable. Dean Machine, you can watch his screen. I didn't point it out during G's, but Dean's going to be trying to go for sense presses in between these animations of the statues and whatnot jumping. There's 2 frames where you can input your senses. And then, obviously, the game turns them back on again, kind of. Or turns them back off again. So the screen is flashing for him because he's getting that 2-frame sense press. Glover's on his way to that final hit on Skull Kid. Again, we can see if he gets that sort of jump attack down off of that ledge to get him in a better, more opportune position to proceed. FX has a good answer to that question, Inkinid.
Oh, how much slower is Glover's route if perfectly executed? I would say with all the oh, wait.
Oh,
Andy
I guess there is Yalis.
down.
Oh, did Andy die?
And he just got hit by the by the puppet taking him out. That is really unfortunate because
Like
it
we said
resets
about
the
those
whole
puppets.
sequence.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It happens.
That's gonna be a good
Yeah.
time
So
loss.
the route that Glover's is running, with all the latest strats, let's assume, I would say it's like around 40 seconds to like half a minute to 40 seconds slower if both runs are played completely optimally. So it's really a fairly minor thing over the course of a 3-hour speedrun.
Yeah, and it bears note that failing Gorge Void, the sort of tentpole glitch of Gorge route, does lose about a minute relative to succeeding on Gorge Void in that same route. So
yeah, it's I think the routes are now at a point where basically the bite route, which is Glover's route, is basically right in between succeeding and failing a Gorge Void. So if you're not very consistent with the Gorge Void trick, which will come up in a little bit. It's still a
In,
little
like,
bit away, but it will come up.
10-ish minutes? No,
If you
not
fail the
even.
Gorge Void trick, you will be slower than if you had done the bite route.
Spot on. And here's the bite route is more consistent, but it doesn't have perfect consistency because the bite route requires you to do the King Bulbin 1 fight, which does have some RNG in it.
Yeah, the King Bulbin 1 fight, the RNG is manageable, but it's
very manageable.
But it is hard to react. If you are well practiced in it and you can react to it perfectly, then the worst RNG loses you around 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But it's difficult to react to it, so it's more likely you're going to lose around 10 to 15 seconds if you get the really bad RNG.
Right on.
It's just one of those things. It's essentially a runner's preference thing. If you really hate the Gorge Void and other tricks that come with that, you can run the bite route, which doesn't do that, and instead you fight King Boblin. And yeah.
Beast, are you doing beginner route? But Wildebeest, you'll see, probably at least the highest on the leaderboards in this race, is a little ways behind everybody else. He is doing beginner route. Okay, cool.
Okay.
He said in Anno's chat that he might be doing beginner route, and then he said he wouldn't. So I guess he is, though. So Wildebeest here, I guess we should have had him on the restream. I didn't say that we should have him on the restream because I didn't think he was going to do beginner route. So thanks, Beast. Anyway.
It's intermediate route?
Maybe, yeah. So, way to make me look like an asshole, Beast. He did not do Sword and Shield skip. And he went and got the Sword and Shield vanilla without doing back in time as well, I believe. So that's why he's a little ways behind. Is because he did like 10 minutes extra material.
It's a very interesting route, though. The beginner
really
and
cool.
intermediate routes are very cool in their own way, and really not that slow. Like you can get good times with beginner route and intermediate.
Yep. Yeah, I remember seeing somebody got like a 3:15 on the beginner route.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh right, that was you.
Teabag also did a beginner route run. I think he got like
Did he?
yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought he just made the video. Teabag with 3-1X when he switched to Gorge. Interesting.
Yeah.
Shows what I know. Andy back at the Master Sword puzzle.
Teabag and I both did beginner route stuff just to try it out, and it's pretty fun. Would recommend.
It seems fun. I should do some runs on.
If you're not sure about running this game because it seems very difficult, beginner route is a great way to get into it.
Yeah, it knocks out a lot of the really like crazy like do this trick or you can't do the run.
Yeah, we can see Beast now doing EMS. That's, as far as I remember, the only real like difficult trick in beginner route. And he
interesting.
Didn't end up getting the EMS.
Yeah, I think he didn't like his position on that last swing. That last swing was good, but I think he just sort of wasn't insane about his position, so he didn't go for it wisely. I would say. Yeah, he's a beginner. It's fine. That
a
little bit early on release, I believe.
It's more that I think he's just getting a little unlucky with the timing on when to release the charge here.
Yeah,
because it's just one of those things.
Getting a super jump, like we mentioned earlier, is sort of dependent on where in Jamal's swing animation he is. So you got to kind of be careful. He's doing beginner strats. Look at this. He's luring to the middle. Oh my goodness. If you're not sure about picking up TP, watch Beast. He's doing a great job of demonstrating how the game works. A little bit too far away from the wall there.
Yeah, I mean that was just the Shadow Beast was really annoying there and didn't want to get into the right position.
Yeah.
Anyway, to dig up a heart.
Glubbers and EJ, both in their second pass through of Fair and Twilight, they're going to be picking up those tiers that they left.
Oh yeah.
And on EJ's screen, you can see he's going to be doing Purple Mist as human. And that basically, the state of Fair and Twilight, or the state of this map in Farron is a little bit wonky. But the lantern does still act on the mist in the way that you would expect. So you can swing the lantern and then roll through the mist just as you would be able to otherwise. It's just the texture doesn't update.
Beast trying to collect that heart, but not getting it. Alright. Let's see if he gets the jump this time.
Looks good. Yeah, that's fine.
There we go.
Easy trick, first try.
Yep. So Glover's and EJ both about to open the North Fran portal.
None of them choosing to do EMS again. So
Very sad.
luckily they don't have
I've done
their
that before.
Goron Mines RTA routes open. Have you? That's funny.
Yeah, it's like in an N% run, I was like, sometimes you just forget and you just do EMS again.
Oh
like,
yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh yeah, let me just get another Master Sword. Very good.
We've all tried to do Fair and Escape without the boomerang. So,
Well, because of
same
how
basic
the
concept.
route works for Bite, I've never done that.
Oh, never mind. Okay, I have tried to do Fair and Escape without the boomerang. Never mind. I'm just uniquely bad. Anyway, Clippers and EJ are both going to be leaving its here outside here to collect and clear Fair and Twilight as they exit Forest Temple.
Yeah, they're gonna go do Forest Temple first, and then when they leave
First
Forest
frame for
Temple,
EJ, that sucks.
Ah, yeah.
12 hops for Dean? Good lord. Ook, please calm down. What's the flag to have Skull Kid 2? I think Grove 2 flag is AG, right?
Don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's Blizzard.
Oh, right, yeah, it's SPR. No, I'm stupid. Zero
have
Gorge
Gorge
Runners on screen?
Runners.
Good. Fuck Gorge Route.
Oh, we would like to see the Gorge Void though.
Nah. We probably should swap in somebody for Gorge Void. I don't know. I guess, who all do we have? I don't know, we could ask to get Dean back. Eject with first frame twice in a row. So
That's
this
rough.
this method of force back in time, which is a glitch that gets early monkeys. The idea is you're timing a start press just like that on the second or third frame of a jump attack animation, and that will buffer your ability to reset the console to get back in time, like we said earlier. And what that does is it gets you on a back in time, which you can then load into the KB1 fight through reasons that are too complicated to explain right now. But getting the KB1 and skipping the cutscene for the introduction to KB1 is what allows you to get early monkeys in Forest Temple. My restream is being a little bit funky right now. I'm going to refresh the page.
Jesus just trying to do Forest Escape. He's obtained the Boomerang, which we see Glubbers is close to doing as well. So with the Boomerang, we can actually force these long jump attacks like we did with Hugo at the beginning of the run. We can just do them anywhere we want, because the Boomerang counts as an enemy that you can jump attack towards. So based on where the Boomerang is, you can give yourself crazy distance with jump attacks. We're going to see another example of that in just a moment on Jesus' screen as well, where he's going to be throwing the Boomerang so that it curves out of bounds, and when it does so, jump attacking at the Boomerang will give you a lot of speed, so he will just...
Really good transform. Like right on the spot.
Yep, just like that. Jump attacking over a cutscene trigger there. And
yeah, otherwise
he's on his
you
way
have
to
to
Elden.
talk to the postman and get some letters, which is a little bit slow. And he's on his way into the Elden Twilight, which is where he's going to come face to face with Gorge Void. Firstly, you have to do the Gorge messenger fight, and then in between the animation of the Gorge portal sort of turning states and the camera zooming out to show the Gorge itself without a bridge, there's a single frame where you can input anything you like, but ideally you are able to input a jump attack by holding L and pressing the A button. And what that does is that obviously jumps you into the gorge, causing you to void out in the gorge. Creative how we name that. And what that does is it skips a forced warp that you would otherwise have to take back to Fair and Twilight.
Yep. And the result of that is that you can immediately run back to this large hill next to the gorge. Whoa, G's getting some unfortunate...
that was really bad RNG there for G's with the messengers.
So...
And he getting spider skip. Alright, back to G's. Pay close attention.
G's getting the... He targeted 2 of them, not 3, and he still got all 3. It's
blinking, you'll miss it. Here it comes. He nails it.
And he gets it. Alright, so G's is going to go straight into Rupee Roll to get across the gorge. So what he's going to be doing is going to dig up a yellow rupee, and then capture the rupee in the boomerang, and then jump attack onto a fence to his right. And with
Where
that
the
jump
rupee
attack
is.
landing on the fence, he will capture the rupee, and with that, the game will reset Link's like movement states to
Momentum,
neutral,
basically. Yeah.
and you get to input a roll just before the game forces you to fall back off the fence. And that is all going to happen in just a few frames. There it is.
Yep, there it is.
And by landing on this side of the fence, we can roll across to whatever is closest to the other side of the gorge, and then we can do a long jump attack all the way over to the other side.
Yep, just like that. Textbook.
Jesus' method for that final jump is super scary to me, but it works for him, so...
Yeah. Glubber's here doing Fair and Escape in daylight, so it's a little bit harder to see the visual cue in my experience, but other people seem to like it.
I think it just depends on which route you run more.
That's
because
fair,
for
yeah.
me, I found the Twilight version to be much harder.
Wow. Geez, you can see he just sort of hugged that wall strangely for some reason. What he was doing there is actually avoiding a trigger for the KB1 fight that if you hit it, it would load you into a state of Kakariko, where KB1 is active, and it messes up a lot of stuff. It's really, really weird. And it loses a little bit of time because you have to do some shenanigans to avoid it.
Yeah. So, Globbers is now on his way to
Watch EJ scream.
skip the postman. as well.
EJ? Oh, never mind. I thought he hadn't gone for the sick flip yet. That was the first text.
Ah, no. Yeah, the backflip is right after the cutscene of
Yeah.
clearing Far and Twilight.
Glover is going to be side hopping into this gate here to try and get into Lineru. Gates are more of a suggestion in this game, except for Poe Gate. That one's a little bit more strong.
I think this gate is kind of difficult to get through if the Boblins are close to you, because Link does some weird stuff with enemies near him.
Yeah, his animations are a little bit different, but yeah, he gets there.
Right, so
And,
G's
Andy
collected... Oh,
Turning
sorry.
Link into a pretzel. There he is.
So G's collected the Elden portal, or the Kakariko portal, I should say.
Right.
And now he ran back to that cutscene, which conveniently has such a large trigger that it also reaches the other side of the gorge.
Yeah.
So you can just run back from Kakariko to the cutscene to activate the map warping ability, and use the forced warp in a more productive way, which lets him get to Lineru a little bit quicker.
Spot on.
So Globbers is going to go for Pillar Clip now,
Yeah.
which is
EJ
a
nailing
sequence
Postman
break. A sequence break to get into Lakebet Temple, the third dungeon of the game, early, because you're supposed to have the Zora armor for this, but there is a way to get in without that, and you have just enough air to do it. So let's see how Globbers does. He's going to try and call Midna here at just the right time when he's inside this pillar. That doesn't
Oh, a
look
little bit
quite
late.
right. Yeah. He gets pushed. And this means he's going to drown.
He went for it again.
Just to practice.
Yeah.
So he needs to drown and then try again.
Yeah, failing Pillar Clip is really timely in terms of, time loss.
Yeah, but it's not that bad either. I think
That's
it's about
not
a
true,
minute.
Incanid. You can do Pillar Clip once Lake Hylia is full. It's just a little bit harder.
Do you have enough air if it's filled up? I don't.
I
think
mean,
so.
you don't have enough air to get down, but you can bomb air refill halfway through.
Oh yeah. I suppose
Yeah.
you could do that. That's interesting. I suppose you could.
I've done it a
Wouldn't
million times,
recommend.
Rando.
Wouldn't
No,
recommend it.
it's a bad idea. It sucks, but it's doable. Especially if magic armor. Magic armor with bomb air refills is rough. EJ unfortunately failing Gorge Void there, so we're going to be able to see him adopting a route more similar to Clubbers for this next section, where he's heading over to Lineru and going to do Pillar Clip.
That looks good for Globbers. Camera is a
Yeah.
bit awkward, but it should work.
Camera's weird, but it should be fine. Yeah, he's in. Luckily
and
not
now he's
getting
gonna-
first framed on the Iron Boots equip.
Swim just straight into the Lakebird entrance.
Yep.
And you can see the air is running out, but he has just enough.
You can see he was doing a technique that we call tap swimming, which is basically you are equipping the Iron Boots on and off in just a couple of frames separation to keep Link's sort of horizontal momentum consistent and not having to swim up or down.
So I think Andy is also doing bite route. So he won't be doing any gorge voiding.
It does seem that way given his splits. Oh, and you're right, EJ is also running bite. I can see on the splits right there.
I'm not sure G's is gonna get.
That no, that works.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
see?
works. Yeah, there you go. Well, it wasn't
No,
that
Trust
clear,
me, FX.
but
I am a connoisseur of scuffed pillar clips, having seen
fair
many
enough.
in my day. Glover's making his way through Lake Bed here. The goal of Lake Bed the first time is to get the claw shot, which will be a little bit useful later on. Just gotta make your way. Lake Bed, by the way, is the most broken temple here in Twilight Princess because you have to do pretty much none of it in order to beat it itself. This is the only dungeon in the game that has a boss key skip.
Yeah, because the way every other dungeon's boss door works is that the door directly connects to the loading zone. So you have to open the door to activate the loading zone. But that is not the case for Lakebed. Lakebed has a separate loading zone behind a just regular sliding door. So you don't actually need the boss key, provided you clip through the wall somewhere. And it just so happens that that is possible, so you don't need the boss key. But that comes later. First we're going to do... Well, Glover's is grabbing Uko and heading to the mini-boss afterwards. Because the mini-boss gives us the claw shot. And then after we get the claw shot, we're just going to leave Lakebed and we'll come back later.
Yeah. You will see that Glover's enters the Deku Toad room in a little bit of an unconventional way. Conventionally, you would need to do a little bit of swinging around in this room and sort of go in through the bottom of the room. But because of the shenanigans earlier with early monkeys, if you recall, in Forest Temple, we still have a flag in memory called EBF, Early Boss Fights. And what that allows us to do is activate the Deku Toad fight from up here, just by looking up at the ceiling.
Yep, because essentially the game thinks that the fight is already active. You just wanna, you just have to look up at the ceiling. So that's what Glover's is going to do, and just conveniently teleports you into the room as well, so you can actually fight the boss.
And ideally, he's going to be killing Deku Toad in just one cycle. Since we have the Master Sword, we do double damage relative to the Ordnance Sword, which we would normally have here in this section of the game. But if you time some slashes very carefully, you're able to get down all of his health in just one cycle here. Looks good so far. A little bit slow on those combos.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
It is quite precise. There's not a lot
easy.
of leeway. Andy getting the pillar clip, very nice.
Wow, that was really fast.
Jeez is also heading into Deku Toad.
Yep. It looked like Jeez was doing Old Lake Bed. I couldn't tell exactly, but because I wasn't really paying very close attention.
I honestly always mix up all the different lake beds we have now, because there is new and newer lake bed, and it's
New Lake Bed, by the way, is about 2 years old. We just still call it New Lake Bed.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
there is a contingent of people who call it Wii Lake Bed because they're Wii runners and they've been doing it longer.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, very clean one cycle there for Jeez.
Yep. Jeez is on a roll.
Yeah, no, Jeez is actually kind of pacing right now. That's like a very low 42 claw shot. That's pretty solid. And Glubber's Ukuing out of Lake Bed, the first to do so, on screen at least. And he's going to be, I think he's probably going to be joining the Kargarok Rider. He's going to be walking over to a fight with a Shadow Bulblin on a Kargarok. And generally you would have to, lure the Kargarok down and jump on his little belly and gnaw at him as a wolf. But it's a little bit faster to turn into human and roll into the water. Because if the Bulblin that is on the Kargarok touches water, it dies. The downside of this strategy, however, is that if the Kargarok grabs you while the Bulblin is dying, the game will try to run 2 cutscenes at once and crash.
Yeah. So Globbers is taking damage on purpose, by the way. He's jumped down with iron boots to take damage, because in a little bit his route needs to do a death warp. But I think his route has changed the damage routing a little bit, so he's going to do the faster strategy here. Yeah, he's going to run towards these Zora spirits to trigger the Cargarok to fly around a bit earlier than it normally would. And then he's just going to stand at the edge of the water to wait for it to come back, and he'll try and lure it to
this
come
pattern
down.
is not good.
That is a difficult one.
That's one of the risks you run with doing that manipulation
And he gets grabbed.
there.
He gets the reset
in
just in time. Yeah, it's a good soft reset. So the game would have crashed had Glover's not reset had he not reset it there.
It might not have crashed. It might not have quite have been low enough.
No, it was definitely low. The bubble exploded.
Oh, okay.
It was definitely a good call to reset it.
He did go further than he had to, in order to do the manipulation, by the way. So he might have gotten a little bit more favorable of a pattern if he had not run so far.
Now we see
nailing that strategy that we just mentioned.
So Glover's fortunately has a save file, and you can just go back to it and try again right away, because it's pretty close. We see EJ and Andy both fighting the Deku Toad here. And Jeez is going to try and clip out of bounds here. The Cargarok has a massive hurt box, and you can use that to force the game's collision to push you out of bounds just like that. It looks precise. It's not that precise.
It's pretty
surprisingly not that bad to do. If you have a copy of the game lying around, would recommend you give it a try.
Yeah, if you're doing a casual playthrough right now, go ahead and give it a shot. It saves a whole 8 seconds.
Yep, but it's a lot of fun to just fly around out of bounds to wherever, because you can go to a lot of different places. Because funnily, on this map, there is another mini-game map available that you can fly to as well. You can't actually do the mini-game, of course, but the map is there. You can fly through it, and it looks fun. So yeah, would recommend. Alright, Glover's coming back to trying this again.
Much more favorable pattern there. That's the one you want.
Yeah, well, I'm still a big fan of swimming straight ahead instead of walking with the iron boots. But
yeah, I have labbed out your method a little bit, and I prefer my method, but yours is very good.
I understand why people go for the iron boots walking method. It's very solid.
It's just
EJ
preference.
also doing the iron boots jump down to take damage.
Yep. Because coming up later on for the bite route runners is going to be a death warp, so that's why they're damaging down.
Yep. Let's see, Andy probably doing it as well.
Yep.
Yep, there you go. If you jump down normally, you don't take damage there, but with iron boots, your falling speed is increased, and the amount of height you need to drop down from to take damage is lowered as well. So by using iron boots there, you can take damage.
Yeah, Glover's really tempting fate there, trying to get a crush void, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not so sure what he was trying there.
He's just having a good time with it. He's freestyling. EJ doing your method. Or no, he's doing the old method where you just swim out a little bit to time the
yes, the swimming out.
Transform.
He's not taking damage either from the Cargarok.
That's what a lot of people did before the manipulation that Fino found to get the Cargarok to fly faster. That's what I did, at least.
Yeah, so I mentioned this in getting it. So I mentioned this a while back where in Glitchless I was running all the way up the hill and the Cargarok seemed to be moving faster. I mentioned it to Anno, I think, and Anorakis tried it and was like, oh yeah, that is faster. And then I think Fino found that running to the Zoras is even faster than running all the way to the back of the mountain.
I didn't know it was a group effort like that. That's awesome. I thought it was just Fino like fucking around one day. EJ, ooh, yeah, a little bit too low for that dash. So he's going to take the more normal, not out of bounds route, which loses a couple seconds. But the scenery is a little bit nicer. I've never seen someone vector this way.
So Infinite asking for glitches what is allowed. The rule sets are not super easy to explain.
They're not all that concise, but they are on ZSR if you want to read them yourself.
You can find the rule sets on speedrun.com, or are they on ZSR?
Or right, SRC. I get the two confused.
They're on speedrun.com.
I'm not very smart.
The rules are laid out fairly clearly within those. So we see Jeez is now back to Kakariko after activating the Zora's Domain Warp Portal. Because now that we've done that, we can start clearing all the Twilights in one go. It just happens to work out better route-wise to open all the portals first and then clear The Twilights,
basement
as opposed to clearing them. Yeah, that's very clean. As opposed to clearing one Twilight and then opening a portal and then clearing the other Twilight. It just works out better this way.
Yeah, no, I was expecting G's to be ahead of PB. This is a very good run. I was saying it earlier, he is pacing. Yeah, so the Elden Twilight section is actually really fun for running. It's got a lot of cool movement tech and a couple cool little skips, but mostly it's just optimizing your movement and having a firm grip on your controller and what actions you're performing at any given moment, because losing focus can cause you to make very sloppy mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
I speak from experience. Andy approaching the singular mid to jump with text before it that you cannot skip the animation for. This is the only exception to that rule that I mentioned earlier. You have to watch her flying over to that pillar there.
Yep. So EJ and Andy are just about to open the Zora's Domain warp portal, and after that, I think they will do Elden Twilight like Jesus doing. I think Globbers is doing Split Elden, I want to say, but I'm not.
Maybe it would be in his character to do so,
because it's from what he told me, it's not faster,
like a second or so.
but it's
or is it just better for menuing
Andy
something?
decides to try and take damage here. Interesting.
I mean, it works.
Yeah, though this is a fine point to take damage at.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's it's
Platforming right before death. Where I see. Thank you, Clubbers and TGD. Good to know. Safer damage routing makes sense. EJ on his way to the death warp. He's going to be getting
like that.
ending
He
blow.
does. Yeah, I see.
Yeah. So bite route gets ending blow right here. Gorge route will not be getting ending blow for quite some time, actually. Oh, he did the funny thing. Haha, the wolf attacked Link while he was turned around. Hee hee hee. But the route works out such that you can get ending blow right here and then do a death warp to proceed the route.
She's getting a random yellow rupee from the box there. It's very nice.
He's rich.
He is loaded. Yeah, so ending blow is the aside from Master Sword, ending blow is the one required thing we collect in this run. Without ending blow, you can't actually defeat Ganondorf at the end. Spoilers: Ganondorf is at the end.
Wait, what? D:.
Yeah, sorry. I should have mentioned.
Jeez, I assume is going to be doing Wolf Bomb House skip, which is when you skip the Bomb House's wolf. The idea is that he's going to be jumping up onto a ledge and then jumping over to a fence and then jumping across the ledge. Oh, no, he's doing human. Never mind.
Human is much safer.
It's much safer, far easier, in my experience.
Yes.
So just LJ across.
The only thing about it is that it can be difficult sometimes to get this bug.
Yeah. Watch Jesus' screen.
Nice.
Magic trick. Poof, the house is gone.
Yep. So the way the game is coded is that if that bug dies, the game assumes that you must have done the sequence
EJ
within
died.
the bomb house. Oh no, EJ died.
F. Oh no, EJ just died. People sad.
Oh no, Andy is gonna die as well. He does the. No, I like this method. I like
It's
this
really
death
cool.
warp. The LJ into the void to game over is very cool.
Yeah. But yeah, like FX was saying, the state of the bug being alive is tied to the state of the house being around. So, oh no, geez, the text skip. Interact 1 blue. So if you kill the bug before it enters the house just disappears. And you don't have to do a sequence where you go in and exploding and it's like, oh my god, you gotta set it on fire and kill the bugs. Just skips all that.
Nice, EJ doing the safe back in time method once more.
6 side hop, geez.
And the point of doing back in time again is to get to Kakariko Village in a different way. He's gonna fight King Boblin. Because after you defeat King Boblin, the game places you in Kakariko Village. So this sequence skips having to do the Gorge Void, and instead you have to fight this guy.
Yeah. So if you recall earlier when they were doing forced back in time to get early monkeys, and they just skipped the cutscene and soft reset out of the fight, this time they're actually doing the fight because they need to do it. I don't think that the house.
Yes.
Yeah, CGG says in chat you
Yep,
cannot
yep.
possibly.
Oh, you can. Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely you can. Yes, if you stay inside for too long, it explodes and you die.
Oh, really? How long does it take?
The house just whites out and it becomes a game over.
Huh.
I think you get like 2 or 3 minutes.
Go for a pee break.
Yeah, basically, and then but it actually does explode, and then you game over.
That's cool. Glubbers did the jump attack back in time off of the bridge. Very cool. He got the late frame, so he has to reset with the console button. But yeah, it's a little bit different of a buffer, but it's the same basic concept as Forest back in time.
Yep, it's actually surprisingly the exact same timing, which is very
Yeah.
convenient. Because
I guess because like the like void plane out of bounds is consistent across maps.
Like
they're at the same like X or
for
Y
every
level.
map, but it's here and like in some maps it's the same, and it just happens that for Forest Temple and the Orden Bridge, it's the same.
Neat. I learned. G's finishing up here in Elden Twilight. AJ and Andy both in the same fight at the same time. Andy preferring to do it as human to save a little bit of time in the spirits sort of pool area, because wolf speed is capped in the pool, whereas human length roll speed is not.
Yeah, human doing this part as human is a little bit of a time save over doing it as wolf. Not so much that it's mandatory, but it does save a little bit of time, provided that you do good rolls all the way to the graveyard.
Andy Tom 2604 both kind of. Jesus doing Gorge Route where the rest of the people on screen are doing Bite Route, but Jesus is also on a very good pace.
Yeah, the route is a little bit different, but also yeah, indeed, Jesus is just crushing it right now, and
yeah,
it's just a bit difficult to judge. We'll know. Roughly after Morphil we'll know, but
yeah,
precisely
for sure.
after entering AG, we know for sure where people are at in terms of route, because that's when the routes converge.
Right. Andy having a little bit of trouble with the basement bugs there. It's really not easy to get them all in the right position to kill them all with 1 minute charge. I find it very difficult, in fact. But other people are much better at it than I am. Bite has slower intercity. Oh yeah, it does.
Because they grabbed the silver rupee. Well, my bad. For
Yeah.
Bite Zora armor, it's after entering Ivor's grounds.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Thank you, Bite Runners in chat. Andy activating that minute trigger for the silver rupee in Twilight, so he can go get it later, just like we talked about just now. Thank you, Andy, for the illustration. EJ as well.
Yep.
Yeah, so you need to activate that trigger in order to have it loaded later on after Twilight is cleared.
Yeah, it's not a requirement to do this, because there's a different trick to get the silver rupee as well.
Oh yeah,
but
true.
This is a very safe way to get the silver rupee later.
Yeah.
But I think Glubbers is going to do the other method of getting the silver rupee, but that is quite a way away from now.
Yeah.
I think we're looking at another hour and then
cool,
some.
Yeah. Andy and EJ, Andy right now in, and EJ approaching my favorite part of Elden Twilight, which is Elden, the hardest part in my experience.
The hotel is so cool.
It's a lot of very tight movement, and one small mistake can really mess you up pretty hard. But it looks very clean when you watch somebody who knows how to play the game doing it. Nice tech skip. And then down.
Meanwhile, Jeez is doing Lanayru Twilight, and generally runners think of Lanayru Twilight as a bit more of a boring part of the run. And
we're not going to disagree with that.
I think Lanayru is pretty fun.
It's
personally.
Fine. Lanayru has some cool parts.
It's also very difficult to be consistent at it, because the bugs are more random than in Elden Twilight, so it's easier to lose a lot of time and feel like you didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
Which is probably why people don't like it that much.
Yeah. Lanayru Twilight is much more open in terms of like just the maps and the areas that you're sort of walking around in, so the bugs can move around a lot more.
All right, Glover's doing hotel now.
Yep. G's is going to be taking care of one bug right here, and then going for a trick called Waterfall Side Hop, where you side hop out of a waterfall. Actually, he might do Vine Grab. I forgot about
Vine Grab is very cool, but it's a little. It's faster than the other save method that people used to do, right?
Yeah.
But it's slower than just doing a side hop.
Yeah, it's like 2 seconds slower than side hop.
So I mean, I would like to see people do it. I'm sure someone will. But
it looks like he's not. It looks like he's doing the side hop.
This is looking like side hop. Nice, good side hop.
A little bit early there.
Yeah, slightly early, but doesn't matter. We can back it up by claw shotting back up.
Yep. There are 6 frames to get a side hop, assuming you do the setup normally, quote unquote. The first 3 will get you down on that lower ledge. You have to claw shot back up. The last 3 will get you onto that ledge where you want. And you saw Andy just then, if you were watching his screen, do the wolf method for bomb house skip. Which saves a couple transforms, but is a lot more precise. EJ as well, watch him. So onto that ledge, side hop onto that fence. Very careful setup here, and then jump attack across. Very clean.
G's dealing with the lily pad bugs right now, which is
okay.
Which
those
are
are like
notorious.
the two best trick names in Twilight Princess: PBJ and Jizzlajads.
Yeah, Jizzlajads is a great trick name.
Neither of which will be in this run, but they are in some cool category extensions if you want to check out Pirate RRTA and Low Transforms, respectively. Kitty Jump is a good name, that's true, which is in the Goron Mines IL.
Also, I imagine Andy went for Wolf Bomb House Skip because on the Wii version, you're forced to do Wolf Bomb House Skip. So that's all he knows.
Yes.
And there's no reason to switch to the Boomerang version if you always do Wolf Bomb House Skip.
Mm-hmm. Pirate RRTA is an excellent category as well. It's very fun. Has a lot of unique stuff. Has earlier Snow Peak. Cool stuff in there. EJ, nice side hop. And everybody else just finishing up here in Eldon while G's just bashes his way through Lineru on a tear.
Let's see.
I reckon we could probably check in on the other runners right now if we like.
Yeah. Because at this point, Glubbers, EJ, and Andy are going to do mostly the same stuff as the other runners. At least until somewhere around Leaguebed Temple, I would say.
Righto. All right, there's the new runners.
Let's see. So
and who's in Linear? That's good. Dean as well.
Yep. Oh, Dean is on the lily pad bugs right now, which we see. So one really annoying thing about lily pad bugs is that you have to climb these on. You have to climb onto these lily pads, but the way climbing as Wolflink works is that if there's an enemy nearby, Wolflink will tilt his head towards the enemy and refuse to climb anything. So you have to climb the lily pads, but if the lily pad bugs are too close to you, you can't climb the pads, and then you can't attack the bugs. So this can become like a vicious cycle where the bugs are too close, you can't climb. Because you can't climb, the bugs are too close.
Yeah, it sucks. That's my opinion. Photosensitiva warning from Beast. I guess he got some weird flashing from the Twilight clearing.
He's gonna do the wolf thing as where he tame Epona.
Right.
He's gonna tame Epona where he does it as wolf. You didn't have to, but he does it as wolf because it's faster.
Because he didn't do back in time. That makes so much sense.
And the screen is gonna do some flashing. So
yeah, we'll let you know when the screen is not flashing anymore. And we'll tell you when it starts. But if you are not photosensitive in any fashion, then you might want to watch Beast screen for a little bit because this cutscene is very silly. The idea is basically that this cutscene is usually triggered as a human, but as Wolf, there's a lot of textures in different places that the game does not expect. Oh, Anno's crop. Anno's crop is a little bit funky, yeah. G is dash canceling here through Castletown. The fastest method of movement through Castletown as Wolf is dash canceling, just pressing A then B, A then B, A then B.
So Beast is going to trigger this Goron, and then he's going to warp away. Because this trigger, this Goron fight triggers the opponent taming sequence.
Yeah.
And so, luckily, because we have cheated and we have the Master Sword, we can just warp away.
All right. If you are photosensitive, please look away from Beast's screen, close the tab, whatever you need to do. It is going to get very flashy. If you are not photosensitive, please stare directly at the screen. It's very silly looking. Beast derp.
Yep. So this wolf just jumps onto Epona.
Yep, totally fine. And he's going to steer him around. The camera is locked in place because the game does not expect Link to be a wolf here. So it's just locked right here, and you have to do this sequence a little bit blind. But obviously you have the HUD that tells you what to do. And most of these people have done this enough times that they know what to do.
I fell on it earlier today.
Oh, that sucks.
So I guess I don't know what to do.
Yeah. If you are photosensitive and you're looking away because of the flashing lights are over. You can look back at the stream. Everything is fine.
Jesus is about to collect the last 2 bugs in this Kargok flight sequence, and then there's only 2 more tiers left for Linear Twilight.
Yep. So, Beast is doing... I guess... How does this route work? I forget. He's getting iron boots. He's getting iron boots.
Yeah.
Right. So if you guys remember earlier, like an hour-ish ago, when everybody else wrestled Bo for the iron boots, Beast is doing that now. Because he didn't do it back in time, so he could not do the iron boots.
He's gonna grab the 100 aura, right? Oh, he's not. Okay. I don't know the rupee route for this, but...
I think his Snow Peak rupees are routed in.
I think so.
But the opponent's tamed flag is what activates your ability to wrestle Bo for the iron boots. So since the opponent's tamed flag was gotten by back in time, you can just wrestle Bo just then. But Beast had to wait until just now to be able to do it. That's true. Beast also, his file name is intact. I haven't looked at his file name yet. I don't know if he picked one. Yeah, everybody else. Jeez is in the big buggies fight.
Yep, this bug is actually basically scripted. The fight is very, very manipulable.
Yeah, it's mostly an auto scroller, but there are manipulations that you can do based on whether or not you keep the bug on the screen.
The bug likes to attack from where your camera is facing, essentially.
Oh, that's rough.
That can happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll usually see that the bug is only attacking if you're looking at it. If you're not looking at the bug, then it won't attack you. Which is just a nice little way to be sure that you don't randomly get hit in the back.
The file name is ZFG Smug, I see. That's in character for Beast, yes. That's probably the most recent TP file name in the queue, because Beast likes to redeem TP file name for himself and put ZFG Smug. So Beast with a 107 iron boots, not great. It's an okay time for Hundo, is it?
Considering you usually get the boots around the 7.5 minute mark, 1 hour and 8 minutes doesn't seem too great, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
And watching the bug's shadow to see where it is. Playing 4D chess. That looks good. Yeah, wait a second. Unfortunately, if you try to get on Derek while his little butt tentacles are clipped into the raft, then you just kind of bounce off of it, do no damage, which is sort of a hassle. So you gotta wait just a couple seconds to actually do that attack. You just stop.
So I think Jesus is about to do
jump on.
Sorry. I think Jesus is about to do the latest discovery in Twilight Princess speedrunning.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't quite have a name. There are a couple contenders for the name. There's Yalis. There's Bomb Dupe. sans Midna. Don't worry about what that abbreviates to. And a couple other names in the running. But I prefer Yalis. That's the name that I came up with because
I don't know.
normally...
BDSM sounds good to me.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's a Glover's original, obviously. But normally when you do the Upper Zora's River messenger fight as human, Isa, the woman who's standing right there, has the who gives you the Lin Bomb bag, says "Yeah." But if you do it as wolf, she doesn't say that. So Yalis. Nice linear clip there from Beast.
So this is we see G's watching this cutscene now, and this is
Right.
the main thing that the other route skips. So these howling cutscenes take about a minute, generally speaking, and so skipping these cutscenes can be pretty good. And so the main drive for the other route is that you don't have to watch that cutscene.
Yeah. Dash hop, pause champ. No dash hop, unfortunate. So yeah, pay attention to Jesus' screen. He's going to be turning human, talking to Isa, and then jumping up on these stairs, doing a side hop, and then backing up behind the sign again to transform back into a wolf. That looks right to me. I don't actually know what it looks like yet. And now he's going to do the messenger fight
just fine.
as a wolf. Yeah. I still don't understand it fully. I've been trying to learn it with little success, but I'll get it eventually. Anyway, what this allows you to do is kind of complicated, but he's going to do some specific attacks on these shadow beasts to kill them without them respawning each other. Because if you don't have you notice that Jesus doesn't have Midna on back right now, which is what allows you to do a Midna charge attack, which is how you would normally do a shadow beast fight as wolf. But you don't have Midna on back here, so you need to do some very precise attacks. And what that allows you to do is get into Isa's room as a wolf, so you can dupe the bomb bag, where you get the bomb bag and then you map glitch warp out, I think, and then you can go and get the bomb bag again, and what that does is it makes the lent bomb bag permanent, which skips another trick that we used to do called Norgor, which is very hard.
Yep, it skips the trick and
normal warp
saves
out.
time.
I was wrong.
Alright, Anna is just about to try this as well.
Really get that leg right there. Yep. Never mind. Forget it. All right, try it again. Step up. Nope. He didn't like that one. Climb up. Leg right there. Side hop. Yep. Back behind the sign.
Alright, let's see if that worked.
Did not.
Didn't quite get it. Must have been slightly too far to the right.
I guess. But watch Jesus strain. He says, climb problem. Or climb problem. And then he leaves.
Kein Problem. Yep.
I have no idea. I do not speak a lick of German.
I do. Kein
Oh.
Problem.
Fair enough. By the way, these guys are running in German because it's a little bit faster than running on any other language. English loses 2 seconds to German nowadays?
It's something like that. It's
Okay.
essentially at the point where if you bonk somewhere, you've lost more time than you would have saved with the language change.
Oh, she's got the void. What is that called?
Oh, the crush void jumping down, or
No, it's not a crush void. It's like just a random void. I don't remember what it's called.
oh, it is not.
But
Yeah, it's like
I've gotten it a couple times. Sloth void. That's right. Thank you.
okay, yeah. It
Because named after the real sloth god.
I've had that happen once, and then I started doing a particular way of jumping down, and it never
I got it
happened
like
again.
3 runs in a row.
Nice,
and I don't
dude.
know why to this day. But yeah, it's just a random void that can happen. I think somebody knows why. I certainly don't.
So, Jesus called Midna, and then sent her away again, and there's a reason for that. When he called Midna, he also input a warp. So the warp got interrupted by Midna coming up, and so what happens is that the game still runs a 1 frame of code that disables loading zones and also void zones. So with this, G's can actually just run straight through this blizzard and not get voided out. Because normally you'd have to do a pretty lengthy side quest to be able to traverse the blizzard. But with map glitch, which is the trick where you interrupt a warp with Midna, you don't have to do that.
Yep. Saves a lot of time. Dean doing the bomb duping, sans Midna that we just described G's doing. Anarakis also did it as well, but I didn't want to call attention to him because he smells.
It's a fair assessment, I suppose.
Not really. At G's don't howl.
Yeah.
So the reason that he's howling here is to cancel map glitch, like FX just described. Luckily, the howling stones are one of the sort of areas that act as a load zone that are not disabled because they're like different in some way that I don't fully understand. But what he's doing is he's howling there to turn off map glitch by warping away effectively, and then not actually howling, because if he did, that would lose a lot of time because there's no point to howling there. We only need one hidden skill, and he already got it unlocked.
Yeah, when I started out playing this game, I didn't know that you didn't have to howl the second time, so I would always just be howling there. And then one day I found out that you don't have to, so I just saved a free minute and a half. I was like, nice.
Yep. Nobody choosing to do UMD for swag, though, which is kind of unfortunate in my opinion.
I mean, it is just a lot more difficult to do UMD when you could just do map glitch.
But it's for the swag.
G's doing okay. He got through that. A little bit sketchy sometimes with what those keys do, but
yeah, Ice Cave, aka Connection Cave, aka Coos Cave, has a lot of things that can go wrong on it with those ice keys.
And we just saw G's jumping into the void.
Yep.
And the reason for that is that he wants to get to the other side. It's like those chickens crossing the road, just with a boomerang jump into the void.
That's right. What that did is it skipped. It basically, if you were paying attention to his map, I'll point it out when Dean gets there. But you are able to get to a checkpoint basically on the map where your respawn point changes. And as you void out, your respawn point changes, and you respawn on the other side of otherwise what would be a messenger fight.
I do want to point out that G's did say no to the Yeti.
Oh, it's not a spiritual journey?
It's not a spiritual journey.
I'm
a bit disappointed, but I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. The downside to doing that messenger skip, as we call it, is that you have to do this snowboarding section blind. We call that blind snowboarding. I hope you're sensing a theme with our naming conventions. Luckily, it's not too hard to get this down. There's a couple of visual cues off in the distance that some runners like to use to keep themselves on the right path. And the game as well sort of nudges you into the right direction. If
you're roughly in the right spot, the game will also just kind of drag your camera into the right direction to show you where to go. Which helps a lot, especially at this particular point where Jesus is now. The camera will start dragging you to the right and aiming you at the next bit. Just like that.
Yep. All right.
I unfortunately was not paying attention to Anarakis' screen, so I don't know if he's on a spiritual journey or not.
I think he is not, but watch Dean's screen. Watch his map, okay? Watch the little blue circle on his map, or blue triangle. See how it moved just then? That's the checkpoint changing location so that he respawns after the messenger fight.
Yep. So G's just now gonna enter Snippy Ruins.
Yep.
Dean also not on a spiritual journey. It's
wow. Beast.
It's just one of those anti-spiritual days, it seems.
Yep. Very secular journeys all around.
Yeah.
Snow Peak Ruins is kind of a dense dungeon. There's a lot to get through. There's going to be an LJA across this gap into claw shotting through the floor. Don't worry about it. It's fine. That floor is destructible casually, so there's no bottom collision there. And he's going to be jumping through the floor in a couple seconds right now. Just like that. Never mind. He's got a side hop through it.
Nice backflip.
Just as good.
There we go.
Into the courtyard to do FFS, Final Freezered Skip, otherwise known as LFC, Ladder Freezered Cancel. The idea here is there's a frame perfect trick that saves a whole second if you get it first try. If you don't get it first try, you lose time. I don't know why anybody goes for it, but they do. That looks fine. I can't hear his audio. Yes, that was good.
Yep, looks good to me.
Drop one more time. right now. Oh, that was early. That wasn't early. Never mind. And now he can run right past this Freezered and into the courtyard proper to do Freezered skip, or Freezered clip, depending on who you are. Kind of clip past this other Freezered to get into the Dark Hammer fight, just like that. Use those iframes, boost through, and open the door from the back. It's more consistent of your good. Pog slide, pog slide, pog slide. Jeez,
It's just one of those tricks.
Yeah. There is a more the casually you're supposed to claw shot over Dark Hammer. It's a little bit faster, just roll around him and get him to throw.
Dean face planting is though they're very unfortunate.
Oh,
but
did he? That's unfortunate.
he is making his way down the mountain. He's on his way
That's good.
to
He didn't get the Trudge of Shame.
Silvergrunts. Yeah, he managed to get speed back.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you were watching Jesus' screen, you just rolled behind him, did a couple spins, Dark Hammer's down, lickety split. Because that Master Sword does a lot of damage.
Anna also gonna go for Ladder Freezer cancel. Not sure if that does look like it worked. Because we could see the little puff of
Ice,
frost.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice. First try.
Mini boss is so random. Au contraire, that mini boss is actually very predictable given its behavior. You can pretty easily count on it to do one of whatever it does, given your position and angle.
Yeah, so the mini boss
Very fast freezer skip.
Nice. The mini boss has an AI that checks.
Oh, Dean isn't doing
Link...
LFC. Sorry. So he's doing that cool movement and ice wall skip.
Yep.
Just like that.
You can clip through this wall just like that. So the game checks how close you are to the mini boss, and then how quickly you roll away from him, or how quickly you move away from him, rather. And if your movement away from him is a particular speed, he will throw the ball and chain at you next.
Right. Dungeon wise, just oh, that's fair, yeah. G's warping out, I assume, after getting those 200 rupees that he needed for the rupee route. And on his way to Morpheal. Conventionally, if he had not done Yawless, the bomb bag duping, then he would have cleared the lent bomb bag from his inventory after completing that dungeon. But with bomb duping, that lent bag is permanent and it was not cleared, so he can use that same bomb bag to make his way over to Morpheal and do the fight itself. You'll notice that... Go on.
Oh, Jeez, threw the bomb, but then the bomb just went past the...
Yeah,
again,
it's kind of picky. You have to aim it kind of high.
The game is not being kind right now to Jeez. There we go. Yep.
He's going to get rid of these bombs in this waterfall here. If you time your Y presses, actually, you don't mash it, you time it to get these bombs out of your inventory as fast as you possibly can. And the reason he did that is so he can pick up these water bombs from this chest right here and do the fight. You'll notice that nobody has the Zora armor to do the Morpheal fight. That is intentional. There is a way to refill your air with water bombs by manipulating the game's thinking of, well, this person has just dropped a water bomb and is not wearing the iron boots, therefore they must be on land. The thing is, you could force unequip the iron boots while swimming to get that same effect.
Yep. So here we go with what we mentioned quite a while ago, where there is no actual loading zone attached to a door for this dungeon. There's just a separate loading zone behind a sliding door. So normally you would need a boss key to open the sliding door, but instead we're going to clip through the terrain, and then we can just go straight behind the door and just enter the loading zone normally, as if we had the key.
Yep. Immediate equip of that iron boots to get all the way down. You have just barely enough air to not drown before you hit the cutscene, and the cutscene refills your air, luckily. So, the idea is hit the cutscene and then finish the first phase of the fight, skipping the second phase by doing enough damage to the Morpheal eyeball that you can just skip right to the third phase where Morpheal is sort of all the way on screen and swimming around. So, big damage attack like an auto spin. Perfect. And then force him to grip those boots to get a better sort of jump. Never mind, he didn't go for it. But yeah, so he's going to be starting on the ground, but he has that bomb pulled. Ready.
Yep, he's ready to go.
Yeah, he's like, come at me, Morpheal.
Ideally, you'd be floating up in the water right now, but this will be fine. He can still use this bomb to Well, he'll need to throw this one away and grab a new one.
Right.
But it will be fine.
Yeah, it's really not a big deal. Actually, the bomb route is a little bit It's a little bit strict with Lord Skip, but it'll be fine. He just needs to get a good fight here.
Morphle swinging up. That's not going to work.
Yeah, she has a high chance of ignoring you if you start the fight from the ground. To the point where I don't even go for it. The first sort of swim round if I start on the ground.
This should work. She's low enough that
good.
she should notice G's now.
Yeah, even if she doesn't, he has a good advantage.
Nice.
Yep. So 4 hits, and then force him to equip those boots, pull out a bomb, sink down. Because if you leave those boots off or have them on, she will try and shake you off, and that loses a lot of time because you go upwards and not downwards, which is where you need to be to do those bomb air refills.
Anna also stuck on the ground with a bomb.
Unfortunate. Watch Dean's
happens.
screen here. He might be able to get the... that looks good.
Also very fast. That worked, though. Nice.
Oh, did he get a regrab? Yeah. Oh, my goodness. That was scary.
Nice.
Jeez.
All right. Good job, G's.
Yeah. Very well done. Yeah, no, that was a very distressing regrab there. In theory, you can get 2 regrabs and do this fight with only 1 bomb if you're in a good position, but it's
Anna
very
getting
tight.
some unfortunate Morphle RNG here.
Yeah.
She's
Anna,
choosing
please
to
think.
ignore
Anna.
him.
Okay, thank you. Dean getting not very good RNG here. He's not going to be able to get 1 bomb.
Well, I don't know. That
He
could be 1 bomb.
I wouldn't recommend it, but...
I think it could work, but we'll see what he does. Oh, no, he's not going for it. Okay,
No,
I was
he's
like,
not, okay.
oh, wait.
For a second, I was like, no way. All right, Anno doing the fight as normal, not taking any big risks, because he is a smart man.
This is unfortunate RNG. Everybody's getting on Morphle, actually.
Yeah,
She's
it could be
really not
better for
having it.
everybody. Oh, he needs to get a little bit closer for that grab. Okay, he got it. Nice. 4. Ooh,
Nice.
sketchy, but he gets it. Nice regrab from Anarakis. The machine going for that second pass here. Needs a little bit more altitude. Gets it. Boots on. Claw on. Very nice.
All right, so as we're leaving Lakebed, G seems to be comfortably ahead by about 1 cutscene's length, which is, in this case, this cutscene is about he's about a minute ahead, I would say.
Yeah.
Of the rest.
Dean Machine getting rough RNG there because Morphle was so low while he was on top of her during those attacks that it was almost certain that she would swim out, thereby making the regrab very difficult. And unfortunately, he did get that RNG and was not able to get that second regrab.
This looks fine, though.
Yeah, it's easy. How far ahead is Beast? I have bad news on that front.
So Beast is running the beginner route, and he's just about to go get the Zora armor. And after that, he'll be doing more.
Oh, right,
as
he's
well.
doing escort. Oh, man, beginner route does escort. Never mind, I'm not running beginner route. I hate escort so much.
He's not. Oh, really? I love it. I think it's such a cool segment.
It's
probably
here's the
why I
thing,
like Listless so much.
I love watching you do escort because you're good at it.
It's so much fun if you're good at it. Would recommend.
If you're like me and not good at it, don't recommend it. Beast fans in shambles. Yeah, unfortunate. But we can watch everybody else do MDH while Beast does escort, I guess. A lot of running around in Hyrule Field for everybody. 127 lake bed there for that's pretty solid.
Nice.
Same for Dean here.
So after MDH, which is what Jeez is doing right now, which is where we need to get to Zelda to save Midna. Right after that, he's going to get the ending blow that the Bite Route runners got a lot earlier in Farron Woods. Because when Jeez did the Howling in Lanayru Twilight, he activated the Golden Wolf just outside Castletown, which conveniently is where Link gets placed right after you save Midna. So it will line up just nicely where we save Midna, the game places us just outside Castletown, and then we grab the ending blow right away.
Beast is doing KB2 skip right now.
Oh yeah,
Cool void.
nice. Good void out. That skips a boss fight.
Yeah.
The boss fight doesn't take a long time, but you need specific items to do it.
Yep.
And we don't have those items, so instead he chooses to skip the fight.
Is he practicing opponent slides? I don't think you have to do Gorge Slide, Beast.
Yeah, there's no gorge slide coming up here.
He's just practicing
But
opponent slides.
you can
for
still
fun.
do opponent slides. So
Yeah,
there's
sure.
actually a manipulation you can do here to have these boblins never shoot the wagon, but it doesn't look
Really?
like Beast is doing that.
Oh, watch Jesus screen. He's gonna go for rope skip. Gonna side hop to the right and then spam start. Never mind.
Nope.
He's not doing rope skip. Thanks a lot, Jeez.
I mean, rope skip is really sketchy and barely saves any time.
Jeez is trying to PB right now. He is not going for that shit. Jeez is on one, but the idea, Jeez is the guy that like sort of came up with the good setup for it. Rope skip is basically you spam pause, skip the cutscene, and then side hop immediately, and then dash off of that ledge to skip that first rope that he walked over, and it saves a couple seconds. That
Nice
was a
break slide.
wow. That's a
Beast.
crazy break slide, Beast.
Very good.
You can really get a nice one with that opponent speed. Break sliding is basically when you you target and hold ESS down to preserve your forward momentum while not sort of being affected by the slope of the geometry. Slope of the ground, rather.
So we saw that Beast exploded a card rock, and now he's just gonna race ahead because we don't actually need to complete the rest of the escort sequence to get to Kakariko. There is going to be a midna trigger in the way, but we can conveniently long jump attack over the trigger to skip it.
Dean Machine might get Louise glitch here. No, unfortunately, it does not. Did Anno get Louise glitch? I don't think he did. Anno going for rope skip. Nails it.
Oh, gets it. Nice.
So it saves a couple seconds, and it looks really cool. So does
Well,
not
almost
knock
breaking.
the pot off somehow.
That would be that would have been a hard break.
Yeah. Knocking any pots off the ledge there, if you know this game casually, you'll know. It activates a cutscene where the Goron looks around and says, "What was that?" And loses a little bit of time. Oh yeah, Beast rolled backwards there to activate Rutella, saying, "No, it's over here, you idiot."
I'm not
And,
so sure transforming to wolf actually saves a lot of time here.
I think it
Now
was
that I think
time to
about it.
save like half a second or something. Because they did a lot of timing with this section a little bit ago. Like they found out, Taskmaster found out that turning around in the crawl space doesn't save time.
Yeah.
So I assume the Taskmaster knows. The Taskmaster, by the way, is in charge of good because warp after. Oh yeah, it saves the animation time.
Yeah.
He
He needs to transform anyway.
Yeah. But the Taskmaster is currently tassing 100% and is like halfway through ish.
I wouldn't
believe.
call it halfway. I think they're like an hour and a half in, 2 hours maybe at this point.
Oh, I have no idea. I haven't been watching the work in progresses. I want to watch it all in one go.
Hmm. That's fair.
But
so Jesus is
pretty
about
cool.
to come up on this
Oh, yeah.
little jump here.
Oh, got bridged. That sucks.
I think he was slightly too late on the jump towards the bridge either way.
It could have worked. I think it was just the bridge was rude to
Yeah.
him.
Very few frames available for sure.
Yeah. This is fine though. But
Yeah,
yeah,
look
the
up,
idea
like-
is that you're moving that section fast enough that you catch that bridge cycle so that it's out and fluttering long enough for you to jump across without waiting for it.
Which saves, like, I think it's 5 seconds-ish.
That
Something
sounds
like that.
right. And it's not super precise, it's not super touchy, but it is, if you make a mistake, you're like, oh man. Anno having some trouble with the tower climb here. Beast doing Zora armor pillar clip, I assume.
I would think so, yes.
So this
which
is what pillar clip looks like with lake bed or with Hylia full. If you have Zora armor. Dean getting hassled by this Bulbin archer here. Has to kill it manually instead of drowning it. And B attacking off that ledge instead of A attacking, strangely.
Alright, so let's see if Beast clips through. Does not quite get it first try. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Jesus getting the ending blow now.
Right, yeah. Yeah, pillar clip with Zora armor is arguably harder than without, in my experience.
You need a certain amount of speed to do it, and
Yeah.
if you're not used to doing it, it's very difficult.
I think you should
learned
go
this
down a little
while
bit further,
back, and
Beast.
it's just... I think he's
Never
fine.
mind,
It's
you're-
just you need the right
It would have
angle
been.
and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Raiders. Thanks for the raid. It looks like Anno, unfortunately, missed that thing that he does. He's gonna go for it again. Gets it.
Oh, that was so close to not working.
I don't know why he does. I think he does it just through spite. He's
I
just
think
like,
it's
I'm the guy
just-
that does it.
It's just for fun, I'm pretty sure, because that doesn't save time if you're not a computer.
Yeah.
But
That's
is he getting the cycle? Nice, good.
Yeah. Beast is also after he got into Lakebed, by the way, he's loading his file from Sacred Grove that he saved a while ago off screen. Dean, you got bridge, that sucks.
Yeah, Dean just
but-
tripped on the bridge.
Yeah, but Beast is loading that Sacred Grove file to Howl and skip the cutscene that comes after Howling, because that also gives you EBF, early boss fights. And that is the method that he's going to use to enter Deku Toad from the back.
Monka TOS.
Yeah, exactly. Beast lewd. Those two purple friends just merged into one giant purple friend. Hello. Praise Lord Purple Friend.
The biggest friend ever.
Yep. All right, sorry. I was oh yeah, this movement is really cool. This like a jump attack and then running around as wolf. It's satisfying to get correctly. And now the 17-second ladder.
You can maybe switch out one of the Gorge Runners to a Bite Run to
That's an idea,
see see some of the differences.
What's the placement so far? Great question. We don't know yet. Jesus ahead.
I think Jesus is #1 right now.
Yeah.
Beast
Beast is
doing
doing
the
old
nice
Lakebed, look at that.
LJs.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't need the Uko, so of course he does
Exactly.
old Lakebed.
Exactly.
But also, in the Zora armor route, you do old Lakebed as well because you get the Uko later.
Right.
So there are still routes that do old Lakebed, but
Yeah. G's got the Raffler's no tees so that he can use the cannon and go to Gerudo Desert.
so here's a nice tidbit of German for you. A Z is pronounced like TS, so it's no teats.
No teats. No
Yep.
teats?
No teats.
Damn. That's rough. How will my baby animals feed?
It's yeah, that is
All right.
exactly what we
Jesus, that is his full name. Jeezhs. Jesus.
yeah,
That is his name.
Jesus.
We just
I
call
think
him
his
Jeez.
his tag used to be Jesus as well, but then he changed it to Jeez.
And don't ladder dance. I see up transform there. Oh, right. By the way, ladder dance. Anytime that you are transforming into a human as a wolf with Midna on your back, you want to see up to go into first person for just a couple frames and then transform, because it saves just a couple frames of animation of the camera turning to Midna being like, "Do you want to transform?"
Yeah, I've heard the quote that for like if it's frame perfect, it's half a second roughly. I could believe it because it's
Yeah.
definitely very fast. So yeah, generally it will save you like maybe like a third of a second every time you do it. And since we
Right.
transform quite often in the run, it'll end up saving
adds
quite a
up.
bit of time.
Oh yeah, Beast leaving the room casually, just like we mentioned earlier, without Uku. And also Anarakis, you'll see, and Dean Machine shortly afterwards, they're going to be looking away from Lake Hylia because Lake Hylia has a lot of polygons and causes a lot of lag. So easy time save a
Yeah.
couple frames is just not looking at the water. G is also in that same vein as C downing to stare at the ground while he runs through Gerudo Desert, which also reduces lag.
No, Beast choosing to claw shot here. I'm not sure that saves time.
Oh, he didn't do the cool slash? I like the slash.
I think the jump attack is supposed to be faster, but I actually have not timed it. I'm sure that there's that they're at the very least very close.
Hmm,
It's interesting. But
interesting.
I think Beast is going to do the
He's
the
turning the
Bosky skip
bridge.
now.
Yeah. Also, Jeez is entering. You saw Jeez clip through a gate. Another instance of gates being suggestions here in Twilight Princess. and he's going to do map glitch after this cutscene to skip the Bulblin camp section. He's having a little bit of trouble with this LHA. He hasn't had to do it in quite some time.
Yeah. He's gonna do the setup.
He's doing the hundo method. That's funny.
I think he'll do the hundo setup. Yep. He's gonna do it.
Yeah.
So there's a very consistent setup off of getting this heart container that gives you. Actually, but the bridge is turned the wrong way, so it doesn't work.
So...
I was about to say, like, wait, that doesn't work because the bridge is turned.
Oh, G's unfortunately failed that LJA over. He gets it the second time, though.
Yeah, second try.
And he's going to jump attack out of bounds. Luckily,
that
the
is
trigger
very
for
far left.
Yeah, the trigger for the KB3 fight extends all the way up and down as a cylinder, so you can trigger it from way below the map and get up warped into it.
Yep.
All right, Beast now on the bridge doing the boss key skip. Lickety split.
Nice. Also, good fight by G's.
Yep, KB please.
King Boblin is extremely scary because usually people only have 3 or 4 hearts here. And King Boblin has a lot of attack damage, or attack power, so his hits deal a lot of damage.
Right.
And usually, at this point, if you get hit once by King Boblin, you just instantly die. And with map glitch active, that actually soft locks your game.
Yep.
So it is worth being extra careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to see Anorakis
clip
through this fence, maybe?
Yep.
The camera is being a bit annoying.
Aim a little bit further right. You can do it. That camera's really roughing him up. Photosensitivo.
I think he needs to slightly adjust, but it should work eventually. Oh, there we go. That looks
He's
good
getting
for a moment.
there. Yeah.
There we go.
Nailed it.
Nice.
Hi, ZSR3. What's up, guys?
Welcome in, everybody.
You're just in time to see Beast do Morpheal and G's do Arbiter's Grounds.
Arbiter's Grounds is one of the coolest dungeons in this game. Glitchless, not glitchless, with glitches, all of it. Extremely cool dungeon.
Yep.
Highly precise stuff, so be sure to pay close attention. Because G's is really good at Arbiter's Grounds, guys. He is...
G's kind of wrote the book on a lot of Arbiter's Grounds.
Yeah.
I think, does he still have the IL world record? He got the 100% IL world record yesterday?
Yeah, he did 100% IL very recently. I think the regular IL record is someone else's right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if G's gets it back pretty soon.
Probably Beasts.
Nice jump attack.
Let me verify that. Yes, Skyhawk to it.
Nice. See, I always jump attack a bit further to the right on this, but I guess jumping further left is just fine.
I mean, further left is a little bit faster because you catch the more closer to the center of the cylinder.
Yeah, see, I just never knew that it was it extended that far forwards, so that shows you how little I knew about how this trick actually worked.
Yeah, that's fair. I've done a lot of watching people do it.
Hmm.
Wow, lots of raids. Hi, everybody. Welcome in.
Yeah, welcome.
Beast making quick work of Morpheal with Zora armor, as is his wont. Getting those regrabs is a little bit easier.
Yeah, Zora armor makes the fight extremely trivial, but very cool.
Yeah. Oh, geez, you missed post skip. Now you have to do the dungeon.
He can still do the post slide.
He might just rupee slide through, yeah.
Yeah, it might just rupee slide.
Yeah. It's a little bit slower than doing Po 1 skip, but it does still work.
So this building is on fire, but this one will just stay on fire forever. You can stand there and nothing will happen. Unlike the bomb house, where you do eventually just game over.
Mm-hmm. Anorax is approaching a moment of sort of like where his two runs are merging, basically. His low percent run is doing post slide, but now he's sort of walking in an 8% run. He'll be in the same room. G is doing Po 1 skip here. Nailing it first try.
Very good.
What that does is it skips having to get that first Po to get the Po sent, and you can instead get the Po 4 for the Po sent.
Yeah, it's very convenient that every one of the Poes in this dungeon gives you the scent. I'm not sure why they did that, because it doesn't seem necessary, but they did it that way, so we can actually use
second
it.
Try? Well, I didn't see the first try, so it's first try in my heart.
Yeah, same.
Very hard puzzle here.
I mean, if we don't see it, then it's first try.
Yeah. I don't have object permanence, so if I didn't see it, it doesn't exist. And G's on his way to that Po4 room. This is a lot of RNG here, but we can manipulate it slightly with some movement. The Po's spinning around is RNG, and also which Po lights up is also RNG. Who's in first? I don't know. Third base. G's is in first right now. The routes are merging as time goes on.
Yeah, I think the only difference left.
So right side, jump
after
attack.
Artist Grounds, it will be the rupee route for the bite, right?
Yep. Is he's going to go for the Oya attack? Doesn't seem it. He is not. So he's just going to try to... Oh, he could have. That sucks.
Nice RNG.
Yeah. Beast currently is at the back of the lineup currently, unfortunately, because he is running one of the slowest routes. He's running beginner route, routed by Skyrion and updated by Waterproof Teabag.
Yep. The beginner's route. Not that slow. So it looks like he's like really far behind, but it's not that far behind actually. It's
Totally doable.
Maybe like 10 minutes behind. I'm not sure. It's something like that.
Anorak is being very careful there with that Po 1 skip and getting it first try. Reward for his patience. Beast got Louise glitch, by the way. Take a look at Beast's screen. You can see this cutscene is playing out slightly differently than it has otherwise on other people's screens, because he activated the cutscene from a very precise position, which locked the camera in place, saved a couple seconds of camera panning around, changing shots. And
people using the ball and chain on this Star Force makes me happy.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
I've been doing that for so long, and the bomb road used to be so that you use bombs there as well, but now that the bomb road is different, you don't do it anymore.
Beast might go for rope skip. He does.
Yep, does look like he's trying.
And he gets it. Nice.
Well, you never know if he got it until he's actually up on the rope, because sometimes the Goron will still notice you.
Yep, true. Nice 20 rupees there, G's. The next big thing that's going to happen on G's screen is going to be DSS in a couple minutes.
So Anorakis and
he
Dean
might do human
like,
movement.
Yeah, he might. Anorakis and Dean are just pretty much tied.
Yeah, they're neck and neck right now, which is pretty exciting. They're in the same room here. Po 2, very consistent every single time.
Nice.
Easy clap. There's somebody driving around on my lawn. I don't know why. Not related to the race, just thought I'd point that out. So, Anorakis a little bit ahead because of that RNG, but both of them doing pretty well. Beast making his way through MDH just like everybody else has a couple minutes ago. G's might be going for Speed Rat here. He is. He misses it, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, no. But ideally, you're able to bonk into that sort of area, catch the rat's attention, get hit once, and then that lures the rat into the good position to sort of hit you as you're pushing that little lever there, canceling the animation, allowing you to run over a little bit faster, saves a couple seconds. But it is pretty tight, pretty RNG dependent. Dean getting that Arbiter's Grounds red rupee chest for the rupee route. If you're not super certain about your rupee route, you want to get that red rupee chest. If you are very confident about your route, you can skip it altogether.
Yep. I think G's might have enough to skip it, and he is skipping it.
Yeah.
He should be fine. He needs a couple green rupees to make up for... because he's going to get one more red rupee guaranteed from an enemy.
Right.
And then he's going to be 6 rupees short, so he just needs to find 6 rupees somewhere, which shouldn't be a problem at all.
By the way, the rupee route is all... you're supposed to get 300 rupees to repair the cannon of the cannon that you will warp out of the Kakariko Sanctuary basement, which is how you get to City in the Sky. So that's what all this rupee route nonsense is in service of. G is going to go for a sort of manipulation here, where he gets those mini blends, or not mini blends, Stalkin, to be in the position such that his minute charge attack will go through the re-dead a few times, killing it in just one cycle there.
So G's does need 4 more rupees, but shouldn't be a problem.
There's one of them.
Oh, he actually got 2 more from the Stalkin as well. So
Nice.
now he just needs 2, and I think he ran over one.
I think
more
he
there.
B attacked into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he got it.
That was pretty cool.
So now he just needs 1 rupee. That should be no problem at all.
The Stalk, they're children. They were children that died in the prison, is my headcanon. Just a bunch of kids. Good for them. And G's well on his way back to the hub room to head over to Death's Sword.
Yep. Because the gate is going to open. Even though G's only has 3 post souls, the gate will still open because it doesn't check for the first one.
Yep. Anno just missing speed right there. That was really close.
But he is Shiban, so...
That's true. Alright, so G's getting a very nice Poe gate skip. And doing this boss key early. Just B attack over this little pillar there and B attack through the sand.
Yep.
Run around.
The most safe boss key in the game.
Yep. Very easy trick. I encourage you to try it in your casual run. Beast almost dying on that jump down, as this is wont in races. He loves hitting that little ledge there.
I mean, it makes sense that you take 4 hearts of damage there instead of
Oh,
the
keep an eye on
hearts.
G's here. Watch his human movement here. He's making his way through this room. He's gonna, he's gonna try to jump up off this ledge onto this little lip here and then roll off. Just like that.
Very good.
Very clean. This next room is going to be jumping onto a little sort of spinner track area and then brake slide over a pit to skip turning into Wolf or using the spinner.
Nice buffer. I like it.
Very nice.
Gonna drop the bomb right on top of these guys.
Yeah.
Put one
Not
more
being
down.
super careful about his bomb ride. He's going to have to either get city bombs or do that bombless Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, 4 bombs. We're gonna need 2 more for a boss fight later. So he has 2 bombs right now. And 1 more for Stallard, right? 2 more actually, right? Wait.
Just 1 for Stallard.
Just 1 for Stallard, right? So he has 1 bomb left over for random stuff, I guess.
Yep. Getting that last green rupee there for the rupee route.
Nice.
And here comes Death Sword Skip, I assume. The idea is that you are supposed to fight this boss. You can do it in all sorts of ways. You can slash him, you can stab him, whatever you want. But instead, what he's going to be trying to do is he's going to lure Death Sword into a specific position, hope for good RNG, and then try and super jump off of Death Sword over the little lip there to get to the spinner chest.
Yeah, so I was going to mention that it makes sense that you take 4 hearts of damage as Wolf there instead of the 2 as Human, because, you know, Human Link has 2 legs that you can break, and Wolf Link breaks 4 legs when you jump down from that high.
Yeah, it adds up. Looks good so far. Get those legs in the right position.
Nice.
Very, very clean DSS there from G's.
First try.
Yep. That trick is not easy. It used to be considered TAS only, in fact.
Like 5 years ago, I think, right?
A long time ago, yes. But Pillar Clip also used to be thought of TAS only, so just goes to show how good we are at the game nowadays.
Nice human movement by Dean as well. Let's see if he gets the second part.
Anorak is going forward as well.
Also getting it. Nice.
Clean.
Dean's going for... damn. Oh, Dean might be going for the extra bombs here.
He's going for the bombs, yep.
Yep. Anno going straight for the roll method. Nice. Alright, so G's can now go through Arbiter's Grounds again after a save warp, because save warping and going through the first 3 rooms again is a little bit faster than backtracking from the Death Sword boss room. Well, not even a little bit, because you don't defeat the Death Sword here. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Had a rough time with that second part of his human movement, so we had to transform there, unfortunate. Beast, apparently beginner route does not do messenger skip, which seems strange. I guess blind snowboarding is kind of hard. So, makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's mentioned as like an optional thing in the route that you could skip the snowboarding.
Nice synchronicity there between Dean and Anno.
Oh, spiritual journey. Thank you, Beast.
Thank you, Beast.
We are on a spiritual journey.
Claps in chat for Beast for being on a spiritual journey. That selecting that text box loses like a couple seconds, but it is funny.
It's just to balance out all the secularism we had in this stream so far.
Yeah. So Jesus is on his way to Death Sword, or not Death Sword. Jesus is on his way to Stout. I can speak, I promise. And Jeez is one of the people who sort of helped pioneer the setup for Stellar Skip. That was so close. Jeez, why did you do that, bro? But yeah, he's along with a couple of other members of the community, like a Demon, created setups for Stellar Skip, which was originally discovered by Jim for the TAS all those years ago. And the idea is as follows: you are going to claw shot actor displace, which is when you it's when you claw shot something while you're falling, which causes, instead of you going to that thing that you're claw shotting, the claw shotted thing comes to you. And he's going to claw shot actor displace a stall trooper, who we've named Joseph, into the corner near the door, so that he can then L slide with the claw shot, which is when you get a little bit of a slide out while during the claw shot animation, into a wall out of bounds, and then you want to use a bomb boost to get through the gate proper to exit the arena. So it's all going to happen a lot faster than I said it, but believe me, it's what's going to happen.
Yep, he's going to do
Careful
the pixel
lineup.
setup here.
Yeah, very, very sub-pixel perfect almost.
Turns around, does 2 slashes.
Yep,
Gonna
position
get
setup.
And then a pixel perfect claw shot on this Stealth Trooper.
Yep,
L
nice CAD.
sliding. Nice, nice, nice. Very clean.
Going for Wrangless. Okay, nice L slide. Still going for Wrangless. Lunatic.
He might do Rang now, right? Nope, he's doing Wrangless. All right.
This is extremely dangerous. You need to be very fast.
And he
That
gets-
was insane. Oh my god, jeez.
Wrangless on
What
a
is
race.
wrong
All right,
with you?
fine.
In a race. 154 for his Arbiter's Grounds. G's popping off right now. His heart has to be going a mile a minute right now. Oh my
Wrangless in a
god.
race, dude. Holy crap.
Lunatic.
Legendary.
All right, Anode, having a little bit of trouble there with DSS. He's got timed out basically by the Death Sword's sort of phase transition timer. Dean, I assume,
Yeah.
also going to be going for for Lord Skip.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure
no.
Dean does Lord Skip. He might.
He has done it. I don't know if
Okay.
he'll go for it in the race, but he has
Well,
done
we'll
it
see.
previously. Anno choosing to kill Anno choosing
Yep.
to kill Death Sword.
He might kill Stallard too, you never know.
Maybe. Who's to say?
The Freezer is giving Beast some trouble here.
Yeah, it seems that way. Face off.
The stare down.
Yeah, exactly. Intimidate him.
Oh no, Beast is deciding to game over there to,
Yeah.
to give it another try.
Yeah. Jeez is heading towards the second, or the first biggest sequence break in Twilight Princess. Blink and you miss it. It is extremely easy to do and saves lots of time. FX probably has a better number on how much time it saves than I do.
I don't actually have. I
Never
know that
mind.
the side quest is like 20 minutes long, so at least that much. But you're also skipping Temple of Time, so it's probably more like
Alright.
an hour.
Watch this, and it's over. Easy. Just
Yeah.
transforming that wall. Skips the entirety of Temple of Time and the sort of Skybook character quest.
Yeah, I imagine it's something like an hour.
Yeah, it saves a lot of time, and it's super easy, which is very funny. Dean is doing Style Skip. Watch this. Gonna go for the claw shot active displacement on
Looks
Joseph.
good.
Yep,
Nice.
clean.
Nice.
Also going for Wrangless, not to be shown up by G's.
Well, he might rang after he clips through. There we go. He
He
clips
could.
in. Let's see.
Nope. No
I think he's
rang.
gonna rang. Yeah,
Yes,
he's gonna
he's
rang.
ranging. Okay, cool. Yeah, lining up this bomb boost here is very precise.
All right, looks good.
So far. Frame precise bomb boost here. Gets
Nice.
it. First try. Very, very
So-
clean.
The fact that he's buffering there tells me that he's not using
A metronome.
a metronome. So he's
Right.
doing it without. So some people use metronome, and some people don't use metronome. And I think it's a preference thing. But to me, it seems like metronome would be the thing that I would use. So I'm super impressed by people not using metronome.
Yeah. The thing about Twilight Princess sort of frame buffering is that the fastest we can possibly frame buffer is every other frame, only 2 frame buffers with the item wheel. So we can't frame perfectly item buff, or we can't frame perfectly menu buffer like in Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. And Jesus head to City in the Sky. Sub 2 city. Okay, sure. Why not? Anno, I assume, is not going to be doing Stellar Skip because Anno is a sane man with reason and sense. And Stellar Skip is a very hard trick.
I mean, we could switch one of the. Maybe we can switch Dean for one of the Bite Runners. See how they're doing.
Yeah, a Bite Runner would be nice on screen. I do want to watch Anno do Stellard though,
because Glubbers is going to come up on.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
Glubbers is going to come up on the Kakariko difference, so to speak, in the road. So that would be cool.
Yeah, good point. Beast we could also swap out. He's just going to be doing the same thing as everybody else, just a little bit slower.
Yeah, Beast is going to be going to Arbiter's Grounds. We could probably.
Anno is doing Lord Skip. Never mind, Anarakis. Forget I said anything.
Everybody is Lord Skipping.
God.
Beast is going to do it in the beginner route as well. Just watch him.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't have bombs, but he's going to do it anyway. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, he's going to do it. He doesn't care what you think. All right, Anno. With the CAD.
Looking
Here
good.
It comes. So far,
nice,
so good.
Very clean. Is everybody just going to first try Lord Skip today? Is
I
that
guess,
what's happening
yeah.
here?
Why not? Did get hit by that gust of Stallard's puke breath. G's coming up is going to do a little bit of some weird movement. He's going to LJA across these sort of platforms, and then he's going to run in front of the door to the next area and then transform Wolf in front of it. What that does is it allows him to interact with the door without hitting a trigger that would otherwise turn on the big fan in the center room. Saves a bit of time.
I'm sad I never thought of what G's just did. I never thought to do that. You can slash the Helmetsar to make him turtle and not attack
First
you.
try Lord Skip from Anarakis.
Nice. Everybody's first try Lord Skipping.
Glubbers as well. Or not Glubbers, whose stream is this? I can't even tell.
Yeah, the names are blocked out for me. Damn.
Yeah. Who splits with that? It looks like TGD splits, but I know it's not TGD.
Isn't it?
It's EJ. It's EJ. It's EJ. It's EJ.
EJ? Okay.
Yeah. He's doing Lord Skip as well. He's doing the old method of setting up as well. Demon's method.
Oh yeah, it's slightly different.
Mm-hmm. It makes the pixels on Joseph's feet a little bit more lenient. He did an angle setup for the vertical angle. That's really interesting.
Nice.
I haven't seen that before.
Does an up left slide into down left. Nice.
Very nice.
Very clean.
Yeah. He's not out of the woods yet. He's still got to get the L slide and the bomb boost.
Glubbers is also going into Stallard now.
Yep. Nice L slide.
Okay.
First try.
Good. I think he's going to get hit by this one.
That L slide is frame precise, by the way. It's not that easy.
Yeah, the L slide is also frame perfect on this, so it's...
I think you get a couple frames. It depends on your position.
Oh, can I? I thought it was just frame perfect.
I think it used to be, but I don't know. I've seen a lot of numbers on it.
Yeah, there might just be...
Glubbers is fighting Stallard. Everybody watch Glubbers fight Stallard.
Someone is fighting Stallard, at least.
Thank you, Glubbers.
But at the same time, we should also watch EJ.
Watch Andy, yeah, or EJ, yeah. Okay, a little bit late on that claw shot, unfortunately. So he does have to restart.
But yeah, so the way you fight Stallard is you break his spine over and over.
Yeah.
And you bully him until he falls to the ground.
Yeah, decent RNG there for the Stall Trooper spawns.
Yeah, not bad at
all. Also, Jeez is doing City in the Sky. Don't worry about it too much. Okay, so during this phase transition, there's a little bit of time to talk about what Jeez is doing. Jeez is headed over to the East Wing after doing West Wing. You saw, if you were paying attention to his screen, he sort of like went for some weird movement to get on a ledge, but failed it, and so he claw shot onto a P-hat and then did like a jump during the wind. Don't worry about it. It skips a cutscene that saves a little bit of time later on. Then he's headed over to the East Wing to get the double claw shots. It took me a second. And proceed with the dungeon.
EJ's setup for the angle seems super precise.
It seems really good.
And, yeah, it seems to work really well.
All right, watch Glubber's screen here for a second. He's going to go for a early knockdown of Stellar's head by timing his spinner equip fairly precisely to attack him while he's still down there. So 5 rolls and then spinner. Just like that.
A little bit
late.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, a little
early.
Yep.
Okay.
So the fireball needs to be just like shot out of the mouth, and it wasn't yet.
Right.
So there's also an audio cue.
Yeah,
I like the
the
visual
audio
cue. Yeah, I like the visual cue.
Jinx. It's just like, yeah, we're two different guys. We have different approaches to this game. But yeah, so now Glubbers unfortunately has to do. He's not going to do a backup. I see. He is just going to do the fight casually, which if you're not consistent on any of the backups, is recommended to just do the fight casually.
Yeah.
You can
I hate
one
the
cycle salad
backups.
when he's down there. I love the backups, except the braid slide one. I'm bad at the braid sliding.
It's great that we just like do the exact opposite every single time.
Oh,
so-
G's did the claw shot method of killing those Dynalphos.
Yep.
Basically, they get spooked by the claw shot. They jump back just a tiny amount, which is just enough given their position to get them to jump off the edge.
I'm not even sure how much that saves. It must be like very minimal.
It's like a couple frames, if it's like it's maybe a second, but it looks really funny, so it's worth going for.
Yeah.
EJ going for that CAD once more. Focusing. Breathe. Concentration.
The cat didn't work out that time.
Yeah, that I think it's like an early change of direction. I don't remember exactly how the frames and angles work. But yeah, that cat is actually very precise and very difficult to pull off, which is why I was so astonished when everybody seemed to be nailing it so quickly. EJ not deterred. Keep still going for that
He's
skip.
gonna keep doing it.
I respect it. On Jesus' screen, you saw him fly through that room with the Aku and just barely grab that ledge that saves having to turn on that other fan in the middle. And is a little bit quicker, but a little bit precise.
EJ does need to be really careful because they only have 3/4 of a heart, and the bomb is going to do half a heart. So if they take any damage, they need to actually go grab a heart.
Yep. This looks good.
Nice.
Yep.
That works.
And
They're actually going to grab a
OJs
heart
through
right now
this
for
room.
safety. I like it.
Wise. I like it. And Jesus coming on to the Aralphos fight, where he is not going to fight the Aralphos, funnily enough. There is a pixel shot to do with a semi-precise setup here to skip the fight, just claw shot right through the gate there.
Yep. So the double claw shots are guarded by a gate, but gates are just a suggestion.
Yep.
So
Sword slashes, turn around. There's the pixel.
Very
very
nice.
fast.
yeah, Jesus is really good at this one. I've seen him do it
205
very
double
quickly
claw shots.
multiple times. Like,
I wish I could see his splits. EJ timing that bomb boost here. I think he turned on a metronome. He was waiting on that screen for a while.
yeah, might be metronome.
Nice.
Gets it.
Very nice, EJ.
Good salad skip.
Oh, Glubber's
Alright,
doing
so
that cool thing
Glubbers-
earlier.
yep. Glubbers is trying to get the silver rupee because he still needs money to repair the cannon.
But he doesn't have the Midna jump activated to jump up there with Midna, so he needs to do it slightly differently.
So he's going to throw the bomb into the boomerang, and then the boomerang goes all the way up.
Yep.
And it will go get the rupee on the way down.
Guess the
And he-
tech skip.
Nice.
Just for
skips it.
style. That's so cool. That tech skip is really weird because, like, obviously the boomerang isn't super predictable with where it's going to be. So you need to side hop at a pretty good time. Cool break slide there from Anno. These guys, all these runners are really styling it out right now. I'm very impressed. Jeez is approaching Kai Clip, a very cool trick that was discovered fairly recently, a couple months ago, by a member of the community, Power Gamer Kai.
Is it months ago?
It would have been 2
It
months
feels
by
like
now.
it feels like weeks ago to me, but okay.
Oh yeah, totally. Doing a sort of setup, sort of non-setup here to get the right position. Fairly precise claw shot here. A
Yeah.
little bit down and then claw shot right through this gate.
Nice.
Nails it. Very clean. That skip's going outside and some really annoying movement that I didn't like,
Yeah.
which is very cool to have out of the run.
This saves a lot of time.
Yeah.
It saves time in glitchless too, but only for Wii, because the Wii version is the only version that can do it without needing to clip through
Exactly.
some terrain. So,
Jeez,
yeah.
failed that damage cancel there by having a slightly wrong angle. Didn't get
Yeah.
up onto that stairs. It was April? Yeah, it makes sense. All right. Yeah, he is repairing the cannon for 300 rupees.
oh, it's Jalas.
Yeah. Sorry. Misspoke. Jeez is making his way to the fan tower over to Argarok, the boss of this dungeon. this LJ, this double LJ, is one of the flashiest parts of the run in my experience. This is the double LJ that got me into TP speedrunning.
Yeah, this
I
is
said,
very cool.
I want to do that.
Exactly. It's one of my favorite things about the 80% run is that double LJ.
It's very cool looking. EJ doing statue clip for early city. His angle's a little bit too far to the rightish. He needs to adjust his angle. It could work. Oh, nice, it did. Okay, fair enough. Touche, EJ. So,
Blubber's just entering city now.
Yep. G's and fan tower. All these fans are spinning on a cycle, and you need to be pretty quick on the draw to get through this room as fast as is possible. So he's going to be dropping down on this ledge and then up one of the fans, and ideally, he will not be stopping for the rest of the room. Just bing, 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 bing.
I know tried the claw shot method for the Dunalphals as well. Didn't quite get it, unfortunately.
Oh,
she's missing the cycle.
Yeah.
That's going to cost him like 15 seconds-ish.
A couple seconds. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's alright. There we go.
Yep. And get the crystal, get that fan that he's on spinning, and over to Rob shot for Argorok. And
doesn't do the low aim. Fair enough.
Yeah, ideally you'd be claw shotting to that end area as low as possible, so that you are reducing the amount of air time that you have. Saves a couple frames, obviously.
It's also if you claw shot it very low, the grate, you actually face the door as you fall down, and you can roll into the door.
Oh, really?
So
no
it
way,
saves
I didn't know
more.
That.
Yeah, but
that's
it's
pretty cool.
Somewhat precise, so I can see why people wouldn't do it. It's completely fine, of course.
Yep. So he's claw shotting all the way up onto those vines from very low down.
Anno falling down on the Uko skip. I'm not actually. What is this trick called?
I have no idea. Extra fanless? I don't know. I don't know if it has room. Just fast room.
Something skip. I don't know. Use this Uko to get onto a ledge here, and then with precise movement you can jump and just barely reach the next ledge without needing to turn on another fan. So it's like a fan skip kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Is it possible for G's to hit world record? I don't think so. Maybe. Probably not.
I don't think so. But the run is very... Like, he's on a good run for sure.
He's on a great pace. He's going to quickly claw shot back onto this tower and then get back on Ogrok for a quick phase 2. Or quick second cycle, rather.
So, this fight, the Ogrok boss fight, is mostly an auto-scroller, but there are some little things you can do to save small amounts of time.
Mm-hmm.
So in the next phase...
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, he's going to try and... Normally what you need to do is claw shot around on some P-hats while Ogrok is breathing fire behind you. And then eventually he will stop breathing fire and you can claw shot onto him. But you can actually trick the game into thinking that Link fell down from the P-hats, and then Ogrok will stop breathing fire and just kind of hang there in the air. And then you can claw shot onto him early, saving some time. At least that is my understanding of why the trick works. Like, is that the game thinks you fell.
Yeah, I think so. That sounds right. EJ is getting those backup bombs in City because he used a decent few on Stellar there. Because you do need bombs later on for the Zant fight.
If only they'd gotten the Zora armor, they wouldn't need any bombs.
If only. Beast doesn't need any bombs. Good for him.
Good for him. He actually, he understood the assignment.
Yeah, exactly. The whole time he was one step ahead. Think of all the time he'll save by not having to do bomb air refills in Zant Phase 3. We'll cut to Beast right now, and he's like, in Palace of Twilight. Alright, cool. So, EJ doing that fan skip like everybody else did a minute ago. And everybody else kind of just making their way through City in the Sky, as we've described. Anno on his way to Kai Clip. Do you want me to? We could get... maybe in a little bit. I think during Argorok is a good time to swap.
Yeah, I think it might be...
Anno is doing gym setup for Kai Clip, which is my preferred setup.
I think setupless is fine for this, but
everybody seems
to like something else for this one.
Yeah. I like gym setup because it's comfy.
There we go. Very nice.
Yep. I also just turn. I don't do the timed jump slash to dismount. I just turn a little bit, so it's completely consistent. Because
Yeah,
otherwise you need the time
I've
jump
seen
slash,
a
otherwise you'll
number
fall
of
down.
runners get kite clip and then fall down all the way.
Yeah, exactly, which
And
is
it's,
really rough. Which is why I'd rather not tempt fate.
It's one of those things.
Yep. Geez, working his way through Argarok here on the final cycle, I believe.
Yep, the final cycle has 2 flame breaths, so we're going to see G's try and skip the second one instead of the first one. So Argarok's going to start breathing fire, and then he's going to stop right away because G's
Wow,
again tricked the
really
game.
fast claw shot on his back there. He knew when the back would become claw shotable.
Very nice, but also a bit risky. If he was if you're frame perfect, you actually soft lock the fight for that phase, and you need to wait for the next phase to start, basically, or the next
Glover's
cycle, I
got
should say.
that. Yeah, Glover's got that claw shot method for those Dynalphas in that room as well. He went into
Nice.
first person to do it though, so he was already targeted for the claw shot onto the vines. And if you saw EJ's screen just then, he did that cutscene skip that everybody else has been doing, where you he did it the quick way, where you jump onto that little sort of banister area there and roll past. There is a safer method where you claw shot onto a P hat and then drop down during a wind cycle with a jump slash. That's is a little bit easier, but loses a little bit of time since you're waiting on the wind. Anno nailing fan tower so far. Absolute butter. Look at that. Beautiful to see.
Very good so far. Right, Glover's doing this little Uko skip.
Yep.
Gets it. Nice, nice.
And that is a low 215 sitting in the sky for G's. I wonder if Glover's going to do the... Yes, he is. Watch Glover's. Oh, he caught the very edge of that collision there. No!
Oh, no!
Too far to the
Glover's,
left.
no!
That strat is really fun to get first try if you get it correctly, but otherwise it's very scary. He's going to go the safe route this time, yeah. But if you have enough health, you can drop all the way down. It takes two hearts to drop all the way down through that room. And it's pretty cool to do it. And watch Jesus' screen here as it fades back in. He's going to be mashing B for a jump slash with the Iron Boots equipped. What that does, it does damage, but it also lands you on the bridge, which allows you to warp away a little bit faster than having to swim through Lake Hylia. Clubber's heading into El Rafo's skip. And I'm trying not to cool game. Very nice. Looks pretty good. Yep. Very fast Rocco skip there from Glover's. And you blinked and you missed it. You Jesus, from sitting in the sky right into Palace of Twilight. And quick as a whip. This last sort of section of the run is just a boss, or not a boss rush, but a dungeon rush. Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah.
All three in a row.
It's essentially like a little over an hour of just dungeon after dungeon.
Yep.
And this dungeon in particular takes about 20 minutes and is extremely precise in basically every single room. So definitely want to keep an eye on G's here. But
yep.
Maybe we can switch some of the other screens out for some of the runners we haven't seen in a while. We haven't seen Andy in a while, I think. And
yeah, I would love to check in on Andy.
Maybe we can see Beast as well, where he is now. He's probably at the end of AG, maybe.
I assume so. I definitely want to watch Beast in Palace of Twilight. Beast is, pardon the pun, a beast in Palace of Twilight.
Beast is crazy good at Palace, yeah.
I used to have every IL.
Yeah, I used to have the IL record for Palace, and I was like, this time is pretty good. And then Beast saved like 20 seconds of it. It's like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that much time save.
Andy nailing high clip very quick here, setupless.
Yeah, there you go. Boom.
And here's Glover's doing the same thing. He also does setupless, if I recall correctly. Not getting dead pixel on those vines. Good job. Yep, setupless.
Good movement by G's as well. Gets to the chest during the cutscene. Oh, that should work. There you go. Nice one, Glover's.
You only have a couple pixels there to get through, so that was a little bit scary as well. Could have fallen back down, but he didn't. All right, here's Beast fighting Stallard, I assume. I don't think we've seen anybody fight Stallard or Death Sword.
Yeah, I was gonna say. No, didn't.
I will never get it right.
Didn't Clubbers? No, wait. Someone fought Death Sword already.
Somebody, I think Anno fought Death Sword.
Oh yeah, it was Anno because he. Yeah, no, that's true. Anno did fight Death Sword.
Doing a fish suit dance in there in the center. Ball and chain method for Death Sword here. It's the fastest of the non-skipping him methods, but it is pretty precise. There you go.
Nice.
G's in Phantom Zant 1. The name of this game is be careful with your quick spins. 2 quick spins, then 2 quick spins, then 3, and if you drop any of them, you are in a bad way. You got to pick up that cycle.
Oh,
just like that.
But it might be okay. Then now he's gonna have to wait. Yeah, Phantom Zant has been a bit of a menace to G's. I've watched some of his runs, and this fight tends to be very annoying to him. Not always his own fault. Sometimes it's just unlucky.
Yeah. Quick spinning in Phantom Zant rooms is 300% harder than quick spinning elsewhere.
True. Yeah, this is actually an accurate mathematical statement.
Yeah. No, I frame counted. I did I asked Taka to decomp it.
Ah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And he said, "Yeah, no, that's true." At Taka Rico, please don't say anything in chat and contradict me. I need this clout.
Glover's not quite getting the fastest cycle here, but on the second wait through, he should have it.
Yep.
There we go.
If you were watching G's there just then, he did a small L slide like you would do for Stallard Skip, but just to get him a little bit closer to the door while he was close hunting that soul, S-O-L. They're like sons of our world, I hear. Beast making his way to Stallard this time.
Bombless Stallard Skip. Pause
champies. And if you'll watch G's here, he's going to try and pick up this soul with an L slide again. And what that may do, hopefully, is skip some Squeebles spawning, some Twilight vermin, which it did.
Oh, Beast got the fat finger on the B button there.
Oh, did
it? Happens to everybody.
Yeah,
you start spinning, and then you fat finger accidentally on the sword, and Link just stops using the spinner.
Yeah,
you have to start over. It's just one of those things. Andy about to enter the nice lengthy cutscene where he can stretch his hands a bit.
Yep, take a sip of water. That was probably fast enough, yeah. There you go.
Nice.
All right, cool. Oh shoot, I forgot that I need this. Sorry. Jesus is going to be making his way to the east wing of Palace with his soul in hand. He's going to drop that on that little pedestal there. And then LJA across this gap very quickly. I still don't fully understand how this LJA works, but I know that it does.
It's basically the boomerang is never actually over the ground at the other side. It always stays over the void. And so you always get the perfect LJ.
I don't think we've seen Dean. Dean for Glubbers. Yeah, it's a fine idea. Looks like all the names are still intact, so that's good. I just double checked that for sanity. Jesus in Stupid Room, the room that is stupid. Wow, that was pretty cool, landing right on the edge of that platform there.
Ooh.
Waiting a second to manipulate the Zant mask here.
Yeah,
quick spins are hard.
I got wrecked today by this freaking room. The Zant mask just sniped me from the sky, and I felt sad. It happens.
Oh yeah, Dean is on a bit of a pace right now. There's a couple golds on his splits that I can see.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Nice Dean. Beast fighting Stallard, as we predicted. Yeah, G's not having too much of a hassle with a stupid room there. The room that is stupid. And, Dean is not far behind G's, really.
G's getting very unlucky with the soul there. He's going to have to throw it again. But that's fine. He throws it again, and then...
Yeah.
Doesn't lose that much time.
Apparently Marco has a setup for that throw.
I have like a visual something of a setup, but it's not really a setup.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I feel you.
it
I just kinda threw it
usually
out.
works. Sometimes it doesn't
Vibes-based.
work. You know, it's one of those things where sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Technically on PB pace, let's go. Beast as well going to be going forward that early knockdown that we mentioned earlier.
I thought you were going
I
to say
assume.
Beast as well as on PB pace. I was like, what?
Yeah, Beast is on PB pace here. Beast with his 250 flat. PB. Piano. Oh, G's going for the claw shot here, which
Yeah,
is
he's a little
a
too
little
far
bit
away.
faster if you're perfect,
Nice.
and a little bit slower if you're not, than an LJA, which is what you would do otherwise.
The claw shot is fairly
Beast
precise.
nailing that early knockdown there. Just gonna play safe-ish. That sounds like a good call, Dean. But yeah, if you were watching Beast's screen there, he got that early knockdown that Glibbers unfortunately was not able to do earlier. Getting that fairly precise timing on that attack onto Stallard so that he can knock him out without having to do the spinner segment where you go up and dodge the fireballs and whatnot.
Alright, second Phantom Zant for J's. Let's see if he gets a little bit better RNG this time.
That's
That's
pretty good RNG. Una Moss. Cool. Just needs to get these spins.
Sweet. There
And
we go.
over in a flash. Dean in Stupid Room, the room of that is stupid. Wait till the platform's underneath you. Wait a second for the Zamask to get manipulated. Didn't get it quite right. He should
it
have
works.
time to kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
very
ideal,
good Stupid
to
Room.
be honest. Landing
Yeah,
it,
that was
having
very
the Zant
fast.
spawn, all I'm gonna say is at least what I like best. I think it kind of depends on
It's my favorite
each
as
runner. Yeah.
What makes the Stupid Room stupid? Great question. The room is stupid because the Zamask is RNG, the keys can get in your way, and backwards it's even harder.
And also, there is a spawn with the Zant Mask where you can't avoid getting hit by the Shadow Orb.
Yep.
And if that happens, you feel sad because you need to stand there and hold shield. And whenever that happens, I don't do that because I don't know, I'm silly and I don't wait, and then I get sniped.
Exactly. And if at any point you get hit by the Shadow Orb or you miss a jump onto a platform, you fall down into the fog, which A, transforms you, and B, means you have to start the room over.
Yeah.
Very annoying. It's kind of stupid.
It's a pretty stupid room.
Yep. So G's doing the backward stupid room. Oh, I thought he was
I
gonna go
almost
for that
thought he
jump.
was going to go for
Good
it. I was like,
lord.
"What?"
Yeah, missing any of those jumps, like I said, drops you into that fog and transforms you.
Nice.
Tell us
He's
how you
killing
really...
both
Okay,
keys.
I've talked to my therapist about that room. I don't need to talk to you guys about it. You know, it's rough. It's really rough. Beast is heading to Early City. What is it, ZFG Smug?
Stop
and
it. Yep.
G's grabbing that claw shot on the way up, or grabbing that soul with the claw shot on the way out, saves a little bit of time of movement, because obviously you're a little bit slower when you have the soul in your hands. Is he going to say goodbye, cruel world? He is not. He's going to do a Link suit dance. So G's with a 227 almost light sword there. Very
I think
nice.
it's, yeah, just about 227. Let's see where I would split.
I would split right
Right
here.
here. 27-3.
Yep.
Not
Very good light sword time.
Yeah, that is. I mean, I don't remember the good times for honestly the the cutoffs, but that seems good to me.
It looks like everybody is doing fairly well. Like even Beast on the beginner route, this is probably a good time for beginner route. Yeah, it is.
I think beginner. Yeah, this must be good. Like, there's no way it's not.
Well, I mean, yeah, just given that Beast is good at the game, but cool sort of single attack kill on that Zant mask there from Andy. Who's in the lead? Jesus.
She's doing left side first. That's wrong. Right side first for sure, guys. I don't know. What do you do, Prince?
What are we talking about?
Is it left side or right side first for you in this room?
I mean, he threw to the right first. Oh, I guess if you're facing from the beginning of the room, but he does it the same way I do.
Ah, so you're wrong as well. Okay.
Okay, listen. he didn't do DSS. He didn't do double soul skip though, which is kind of lame. He should have gone for that 2-second time save that's RNG dependent, and also didn't get that second target, so we couldn't do the LJA, which saves like a second or two, and is kind of risky, but it's pretty fun. My PB loses about a minute and a half in this room to failing the LJA that's coming up.
Nice.
Twice. I failed it twice.
It happens, man. Also, G's got a free rupee there. That's very good.
Yeah. Very good for the rupee route. That is a thing that exists. Okay, he is going for the LJA, it looks like. No, he's
not
just
sure
trolling.
what he's doing here.
No, he's just having a good time with it.
He's just gonna slash the keys. Right.
Yep, just fine.
I mean, this LJA saves like almost no time, so...
Yeah. But it is cool looking.
Yeah, there's also the LJ in the next room, which saves even less time, but is also
cool.
But is also cool.
I would argue.
Nice.
Dean just really, yeah, that was stylish as hell. And remember, chat, style points are worth 3 regular points. If you do enough
time neutral.
Yeah. Well, no, in TP, if you do something really cool, the TP leaderboard mods will actually subtract time off your final time. At Skyrion, back me up.
That sounds right.
Nice Phantom Xanth fight there from Andy.
This is why G's is actually gonna have world record after this, because he did rankless.
Yeah. Not doing that LJA that we mentioned that saves basically no time.
I think it's like half a second, so it's basically IL only. It's not like insanely precise, but it's at a point where the risk is generally not worth it for most runners. They're like, well, do I really need this? Not really.
Right. Ooh, he might not make the cycle.
Yeah, the cycle is probably dead, but that's okay. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. The idea of this room is that the Zamaxes are on a cycle and you want to be able to hit them on the way down from this little alcove here. Geez, remember not to dry roll out of this cutscene, by the way. Good job. Because if you do dry roll, the cycle is... Oh, that's rough!
Yeah, so it didn't quite make the cycle, but that's okay.
Right.
That's a lot of cargo rocks.
It is quite many. But yeah, if you dry roll out of the boss key
Quarter
chest...
heart gang!
No, he's fine. If you dry roll out of the boss key chest, then you immediately roll into the fog wall, transform, and then void out. Which is very funny to watch, not very funny to do.
Yeah, the dry roll into transform is a classic. I think everybody's done it.
Yeah. Beast did a pretty stylish LJA there that saves a little bit of time versus claw shotting onto the vines.
Wow, she's getting pretty good RNG with the hearts here, just getting some health back.
That's good.
Very nice.
Dean's screen, he's going to do the LJA that barely saves any time but looks cool. Nails it.
Nice. Yeah, that one is like a second or two.
But it looks pretty cool. And the thing to be careful about that LJA is that you don't want to jump while the boomerang is behind the door itself, because there is a little bit of geometry that extends back behind the door as part of its model, which will not give you an LJA if you jump during that part. I'm curious what happened to Beast Run. Beast is running the beginner route.
Yeah.
So he didn't do back in time. He didn't do sword and shield skip. He didn't do...
Oh, what's happening? Okay, then. I was like, what happened? Yeah, Andy, what is... I don't know what that LJA was, but it wasn't how I usually see that happening.
Beast also doing the easier version of that cutscene skip. Jesus also going for early platform here.
Nice.
Where
he does the midna call variation.
The cycle of this platform lines up perfectly so that he can just drop onto it right as he gets to it, as opposed to having to wait a little bit if he did not do that. And Jesus well on his way to the Xanth fight. He's got a little bit of time to go. He's got to do some messenger fights and whatnot, but if we get to Xanth, not very long. Andy on his way through Stupid Room. Oh, just a little bit overshot with that jump slash. Gotta be careful not to be too overzealous with that.
Alright, let's see the nice good wait by G's. The LJ he just did there, which is one of the last LJs in the run, is deceptively not that easy because of the timing. If sometimes you think that you're good to go, and then you jump attack and you don't get an LJ, and it's just it's dependent on the where the boomerang is over the staircase, essentially, which can be a bit annoying to properly see.
Andy, after that small misstep at the beginning, he actually had a really clean stupid room. He got a good Zan head spawn and had some very tight movement. Got a quick spin. Nailed it. Very nice.
Good Shadow Beast fight by AGs as well.
Not going for the RNG Fairy because he's at full health.
He could have gone for a red rupee.
He could have. Rupee route. Very important.
I mean, you could have used that to donate to Charlo, right?
Oh, yeah, true. Go for that heart piece. He only needs 1,000 more. Or 999 more right now.
Nice.
Cool LJ there from
Dean. Yep.
Yeah, he's going to be going for that early platform as well.
Yep, but Dean is doing it without the Midna call.
Yep.
So G's
and he almost
Midna.
got Spidey shot, by the way. It was very close.
Damn. So G's did this room that Dean is doing right now by calling Midna to delay the platform cycle, but Dean is instead doing some long jumps to hopefully still make the cycle. And he still makes it. Very good.
Almost got hit by that Zan mask. That was very scary to me.
Oh, he almost made the cycle completely as well, but didn't quite get that at the very end.
Being careful, that's okay. Very smart.
Nice. So yeah, Jesus fighting Zant.
Yep. Zant is a bit of a hassle in terms of the way that we fight him because he works in a fairly unique way, which is that the last hit of a combo is actually what deals damage to him and advances the cycles. So, actually, this phase has a cool thing where you can get it a 1 cycle if you time a attack there. He messed up the combo just slightly, unfortunately, so wasn't able to go for the 1 cycle. But also, Beast did the cool thing that I mentioned earlier about jumping down through that room. But yeah, you can ideally 1 cycle this boss by doing auto spin, 2 slashes, holding a spin, and then finishing with some slashes. I think there's 2 frames of leniency to time that. And now it's time for the Zant room, or the Morpheal room. It might be 1.
Oh wait, no, you're right. It's 2. No, that one is 2 frames. I was confusing it with the very first phase, which is 1 frame.
Oh right, yeah. Which barely saves any time. But yeah, this underwater section for Zant is actually pretty tough, because you are trying not to get hit by any bubbles or any Zant masks, and you need to manipulate the Zant spawn by being positioned correctly. Which Jeez is not doing. He's actually doing an alternate method where he's just going to eyeball it. So he's watching which one of these 2 is going to open up. He's going to swim towards it.
Yeah, it's a good way of doing it. Because you need to wait for these shadow orbs anyway, so it's not a bad idea to take a little extra moment there.
It also bears note, he's doing a specific combo of sword slashes. It's a right, left, up, down, I believe. I
soul
need
is in my hands. Oh my god, this shadow base is pushing the soul out of the way for Andy over and over.
That sucks. Oh, he needs to adjust his position.
He might just wait for he might need to just wait for the hand to grab it.
Yeah, it seems that way. He might be able to back up. No, he can't.
He just needs to wait for the hand to grab it.
That really sucks.
There we go. That's really unfortunate.
If you want to watch Dean's screen, he's probably going to go for this Dan Goro phase 1 cycle as well. Meanwhile, Beast is doing Kai Clip, I assume. I mean, Kai Clip probably isn't in the beginner route, but he probably is still going to go for it, right?
He was a little early, Dean. I think it was a frame early on the release on the 1 cycle.
No, Beast is going outside. So, on Beast's screen, we're going to see something that we have not seen anyone else do, which is the outside segment. Claw shot up here. It's a fairly precise claw shot right there. And then a sort of annoying LJA over this little ledge here. And then
G's about to go into the final phase of the boss fight.
Yep.
And yeah.
Almost got really trolled by that phase.
Yeah, got a bonk, but works out.
Yeah, Dean is actually catching up, which is kind of cool. But yeah, Beast got the boss key. Otherwise, like, he could have done Kai Clip to get that without... Oh, missed that jump there. Without going outside, but yeah. Also, these slashes here are fairly
Nice.
precise to get Zant out of those sort of animations. Very good timing there from Jeez.
Good
That is
fight by Jeez.
extremely impressive.
Let's see.
Dean is doing the method I was talking about earlier, where you sort of manipulate which Zant mask Zant will appear in, and then beeline it over there. Because Zant will always spawn in the furthest from you Zant mask.
So I think, looking at the time that Jeez is leaving this, I'm gonna compare it to his PB right now. So this fade out is 3840. His PB had a 240.14, so he's about 1.5 minutes ahead of his PB right now.
That's insane. So just about 255 pace.
Something like that, yeah.
Probably low 256, I would say, assuming Hyrule Castle goes well.
And once again, guys, Jeez has a broken hand.
Yeah, Jesus' hand it's in a cast.
He's running one-handed, basically.
1.5-handed.
It's 1.5 hands.
Andy unfortunately dying in what was that, Backward Stupid Room?
I think so. Oh, that is rough though.
And Dean taking on Blizzetta Phase Zant.
Oh, Beast still getting it. Nice. Nice.
Beast is really good at Fan Tower.
Yeah, if you get the right positioning on that second to last fan, you have a lot of time to get to this last one.
Yep.
It's very nice.
If you were watching Jesus' screen just then, he did an LJA over a Postman trigger.
Yep, the final mailman.
Yep.
It's a bit unfortunate we don't see any of those in these runs.
Beast hit a Postman trigger earlier on his way to escort, so we got to see a little bit of it.
Also, good Zant fight by Dean.
Andy doing that cool LJA that saves not very much time. Bonk into the load zone for G's. Valid run. Very nice. Beast lining up that Rob shot. Not getting dead pixel. Very nice. And G's has a bit of a pee break. He can go calm down, take a drink of water, do some deep breaths. And hopefully...
Yeah, just Hyrule Castle. He has one bomb, so he can do...
Yeah, he can do
the faster Bokoblin fight at the beginning of the dungeon. I think that's the best way to use that bomb.
I believe so, yeah. The ball and chain strat is pretty cool, though.
Yeah, and it's actually not that slow. I have a lot of practice with that one, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But actually, I think it's the best place for the bomb.
Maybe the Dynalphos would be a better use of it.
Yeah, it might actually be better to bomb
the ball and chain strat is pretty fast, and like the double Dynalphos is pretty slow with sword.
You don't even have to do ball and chain. You could also do just 6 slashes, but the positioning is pretty precise.
The
Bokoblins at the beginning you can do 6 slashes. But the positioning for that one is somewhat precise.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, just to not have the nuisance of Bokoblins doing their own thing, maybe just using the bomb there as oh no, the dry roll.
Dry roll, yep.
The dry roll by Andy.
Dynalphos are 7, Bokos are 6. So yeah, double Dynalphos would probably be a better use of the bomb. And I know Jeez knows the
Bokos are more prone to being random, so
that's true. We'll see what he goes for. It's up to him.
Yeah, we'll see it. It's his choice.
Yeah. I wasn't exactly watching where Andy died earlier, but that's this is really like Palace of Twilight. This is a real Prince of non-Palace of Twilight, I'm gonna be honest. It's could be going better.
Yeah, but it's still a pretty decent run so far.
Dean bucking into the cutscene as well. Valid run.
Good. It's important to bonk into the cutscene.
It is.
Alright, let's see if Jeez is going to do the bomb on the Bokoblins or...
He has a bomb equipped and not the ball and chain, so...
He didn't draw the bomb out, though. There we go. Okay, yeah, he is using it here. Okay, I like it. I think this is a good call. Because the Dynalphos later on are less RNG, so yeah. I like this.
Pretty cool. It just means that he will have to slash the Dynalphos in the room before the outside portion. And
I just like to point
barrier skip there.
Yeah, nice barrier skip. I'd like to point out that the Zora armor is very thematic from the Argrok fight because it's raining, so it makes perfect sense.
Looks pretty cool. G is going to be approaching the final King Bulblin fight, KB4. Even though we've only done one of them, this is KB4, I promise. Beast has done all of them, I think, except for one.
Yeah, Beast skipped the Zora armor one.
Yeah. So...
Okay, still got
he
the
got there.
caution.
That was a little bit scary, yeah. But no. This fight is actually pretty daunting because he will one-shot you.
Yeah. Jeez has 3 hearts, and King Bulblin hitting you will do 3 hearts of damage, so... We see him backflipping away to avoid the hit, and then coming back in for one more auto spin.
Yep.
Very clean. Let's see, there's a backflip here.
There he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a 1-frame backflip after this cutscene of King Bulblin riding away, which skips a little bit of mid-text, if you are able to pause and save warp during it.
Yep. And we want to save warp anyway, so it's a good thing.
Well, you could not save warp and do frame-perfect rolls for, like, 45 seconds, and save, like, a frame.
It's... yeah, something... I'm pretty sure it's... I think nobody's done the rolling back, other than for fun, ever since the timing was done. That it's
There's a
basically
KB4
equal.
one cycle? Since when?
Oh yeah, KB4. Oh, it's been known for a very long time.
Oh,
since
what I know.
Since well before I started running, even I think it was a thing.
Oh, okay.
I have a video on it.
Al did it. Huh. Well, thanks, Al. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's been known for a very long time, but it's also quite precise, so it makes sense to not go for it.
Right. All right, Dean is also going to do this barrier skip. This barrier skip is super... Oh, he tried to bog there. It's pretty easy. You just skip the cutscene pretty quick, and you roll away before the barrier spawns. Who's in the lead? Jeez. Jeez is in the leads.
Bottom right of your screen, Jeez is crushing it today.
Yep. He is on a very good pace. Easy sub-3 pace, at the minimum. You got the one... All right, everybody look at Dean's screen. Top right.
All right, let's see the one cycle.
Dean spoiled his run and did the one cycle. All right, slash. Cool.
Wouldn't
great.
it be nice?
Yeah. And then turn... Okay, go around him and jump slash. Spins. Huh,
okay, but
cool.
that isn't that much faster compared to...
It does look cool, though.
Yeah. There is a more precise one cycle that saves a little more time than that, but it is very precise. So yeah, this makes sense. I don't know how much time this saves over doing the more common strategy where you don't one cycle him.
Right.
It looks like it could still save a little bit.
Yeah, I think I would prefer that method because I'm really bad at timing the jump slash back in during his attack animation. So I might give that a couple shots. Oh, he's gonna do the new method of this room. Saves like a second.
If you get it.
Which
he
got
did. It. Nice.
It makes the movement a little bit tighter, but it does save a little bit of time of movement. We just discovered it last month, I believe.
Yeah, who was it? I
don't
forget
recall
who discovered it.
And I apologize to whoever did. But yeah, thank you for discovering that. And G's doing these slashes on these Dynalphos, by the way. So, ideally you would have had a bomb to just run in front of him and drop.
Jeez. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyone know what Jesus' pace is? Right now, probably
loss.
mid 256.
Something like that, yeah. Provided that the timer on our screens is accurate.
Yeah. Which I just trust that it is. Did Andy get the one cycle just then? I wasn't paying attention.
I missed it as well.
No, unfortunate.
We're both just horrendous at this.
Yeah, exactly. G is unfortunately missing the quick kill for this. I
don't think he goes for it ever.
Does he not go for it?
Haven't seen him go for it. He always does the sword slashes.
Okay, never mind. Forget it. All right, Beast is in Palace of Twilight, everybody. If you're not paying attention to Jeez or Dean, you really want to be watching Beast because Beast crushes this dungeon. And unfortunately drowning during Xant Phase 3. That's luckily not as big of a time loss as it could be. because
Because yeah,
it
you
spawns
spawn
you in
right
that
back
phase.
into the yeah.
It will be a problem if he's low on bombs, though, which he is not.
He has 4. No,
Luckily.
he's fine.
Yep, he's totally fine.
But the positioning is kind of awkward now, I think, because you spawn in a different location.
You can just go to a couple dry rolls, and the mass spawn's pretty much the same place. It's just a little bit higher up. Never mind. Oh wow, that was scary.
Still got it.
I 100% thought he was going to get hit by that Shadow Bolt. G's getting a little bit of help from the friends that he made along the way.
Or the friends he didn't make. It's
Friends that he did. He made one of these friends along the way.
well, he spoke to him once. Is that a friend?
You can make friends in one conversation, I would say.
Hmm. Okay.
Maybe I'm just friendlier than you are.
It could be.
By the way, Dean is doing the room that.
Oh, one of them blocked.
That sucks.
No.
That sucks.
That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, you can rang into the wall. Yeah, it takes care of it. But yeah, it's a little bit faster than doing the slashes just like that. And
Right, Jeez has the master solution.
Yeah, G's found the Hyrule Castle boss key. It's vexed me for so long. Very
Oh,
impressive.
there it was. Okay.
Yeah, it was right there the whole time. I should have known. And Dean is probably going to be doing. Yep, he's doing the ball and chain method of this fight, where he gets hit. Unfortunately, a little bit different. A little bit rough time. Oh, he actually missed with the claw shot. That's weird.
Yeah, Argrok. Yeah.
Yeah, this Argarok is really hassling him.
Aralphos was
slow.
a bit too high above him. And
Ooh,
so
what?
yeah, he got the face
He's
shield.
freestyling.
Yeah. What happened?
I have no idea.
All right,
Jesus
this
on
is
the
a
tower
proper
climb.
battle now.
Yeah, no, seriously, they're really battle of wits, really.
All right, there we go.
All right, sword slashes, yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Andy, side hopping his way through Blizzard's chamber here in the sand fight, and G's not going for Zack strat here in this part of the tower climb.
Wait a bit
This is
early.
the-
Okay, that works. That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
And so this final Dark Note is just a suggestion as well by the developers.
Yep.
Because apparently you can just claw shot this great and, and just skip the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. And that is technically a clip, so it is banned and glitchless.
Yep.
As discovered by our good friend FX.
30. 250-30 to enter the Zelda boss fight. Let's
Pretty
see.
good. And Andy finally just obliterating Zan, really. Finally just obliterating Zan. Ooh. Really giving him what for. Beast making his way through Palace of Twilight. I haven't been watching him, but I'm sure he's been going very fast. So here in Zelda, if you aren't already familiar, there is a minimum of 7 cycles. We want to start out with a ball. Please, energy ball, Zelda. You're being very slow. Do something.
Zelda.
All right,
Okay,
cool.
good.
So she can do one of 3 things. She can energy ball, she can lunge, or she can do a triangle, a triforce on the floor. And we obviously, you want a ball. The lunge is faster than the triangle, and she has a random amount of time in between each attack that she does. So we want short periods between attacks, and we want either balls or lunges.
Okay, this is good.
So far, so decent. Definitely not
Jesus,
golden
spin
Zelda.
attacking really early.
That was really early, yeah. He's really kind of... He's seriously, like, pressing. He's like, I want this PB.
It doesn't save time to spin attack earlier, though. The ball always reflects at the same time, so
No, he's going crazy.
there's
Good
no
lunge.
need to risk it. But he's
Uh,
going for it.
Looks like Dean on the tower climb now. This movement is always really fun to do. It's just pressing forward and pressing A, and it looks really cool.
Yep.
And it goes hop, 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 hop. Very fast. It's very funny.
You've got the hit and hya.
Yeah, sorry. Beast falling in backward stupid room. Or forward stupid room? Forward stupid room. Beast really said, you know what, Prince? Shut the hell up.
Yep.
I'm going to prove to you that I'm not good at this dungeon. He's a real contrarian, that Bewildered Beast.
Oh, the last... I think this was 7 cycles for...
That was
for
7,
Jeez.
yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. Let's see.
So, Andy going to bonk into the load zone. Yep. And Dean skipping that Dark Nut.
50
it was
to
8?
50.
What was the extra attack?
Might have been another like triangle and stuff. I don't know.
I guess.
Nice. G's got the ball and chain throw.
Hey Shep, what's up, dude? I guess I just wasn't paying attention. In my defense, I'm watching 4 streams at once. Another lunge, I see.
Dean also heading into Zelda.
Yep. Raging for a cycle over there for Dean. If G's really messes up horseback, Dean can take the lead.
This part of the beast fight people do blind nowadays. They just don't look at the at Dark Beast Cannon because of...
I don't tend to. You can hear him pretty easily.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it.
That's fair.
Luckily, I usually have the bow and arrow, so I don't need to do this.
15, don't say that. Dean's gonna get a 7, it's fine.
Alright, let's see. Where is the portal?
Spidey shot.
What? Right in front. Whoa, okay.
But Beast did get a pretty fast room. He's doing the LJA here as well.
Okay.
This room pretty quick. He was able to claw shot onto the target before the cutscene played.
So, I'm pretty sure that this is a PB for G's if the last 2 fights aren't...
Yeah, it should be.
If the last 2 fights go fine.
Yeah, unless something horrendous happens in horseback. Or he can't quick spin for an hour. Andy, I'm sorry, you will not be able to skip that cutscene.
Can't skip S.
Yep. I've tried. Oh, Dean is trying to do the thing where you get a funny camera angle for this, for the ending the Zelda fight.
Ah, yeah, to get her stuck between a pillar and the middle, so that the camera stays behind the pillar.
He is C-downing there during those triangle attacks, as everyone else has done, to reduce lag. And G's...
Alright. One more hit for G's. Alright, heading into the final fight. So this is a mid-56 for G's.
Yep.
If he remembers how to auto-spin.
Which, he'll be fine.
I mean, there's plenty of runners who've forgotten how to auto-spin right at the end.
Tobias, you say that that's a very German word. You know what my favorite German word is? My favorite German word is palavert.
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 Aber genug palavert.
Ich habe nur einen Wunsch.
Weird way of saying.
Mit dieser meiner Klinge will ich alles licht der... No, never mind.
Ah, yeah.
My pronunciation is flawless.
Great German, actually.
World record is 250.09. By Mr. Alberto 23, who has a very good run and is very good at this game. Alright. Clank, and then auto spin behind, run behind him, auto spin again. Waiting for that kick there. He will style it out with the iron boots. A low 256 for him. GGG's, that is time.
256.11, wow. What a run, dude. In a race as well, that's crazy.
Yep. Extremely good.
That is a big PB. That's 1.5 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
Yep, 1.5 minutes, almost on the dot.
Massive GG. Geez, if you want to hop in here for an interview, I assume we can finagle that. Andy got the sick flip and the save warp.
Nice.
All right. There we go. Dean in horseback. It's a common misconception here that Zelda's aim is RNG. It's actually wherever the horse is facing that she'll fire. So, very precise control of your horse.
That spin attack has some lasting hitboxes, huh?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, he got the really difficult pattern, actually. This is the 1 in 20 pattern.
EJ in Squidna. Yeah, Zelda's really bad at aiming, Dean. You're right. I forget everything I said about it being skill-based. It's RNG.
Yep, it's completely RNG.
Yeah.
It's really unlucky to miss these light arrows.
Not even Dean's fault at all.
So I think bottom right is EJ.
Yes, it is. Got grabbed by car. Oh yeah, wild. It's like a high 258. Very good. Beast didn't do double soul skip in this room. Kind of cringe.
Yeah. Imagine not doing that in beginner run.
Yeah, being one of the two people who pioneered the trick is that's Jeez. Hi, Jeez.
Hello.
GG
Hello.
on your insane run.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
I wasn't expecting that, of course.
Makes sense.
Don't lie, you were like planning that. It was
Oh yeah,
pre-recorded.
100%. Yeah,
That's a fat PV, but not the PV I wanted.
I feel you. Yeah.
I wanted to avoid sword skip, but I got it.
It was really impressive style skip, is what I would say. GG, Dean.
Yep.
By the way,
58-48 for Dean. Good time.
That's
Good time.
very good.
Very nice
Solid.
indeed.
Yeah, for a race setting, any sub 3 is extremely good. And EJ on his way to KB4.
I feel like Beast picking beginner route has kind of backfired in that everybody else has just been playing amazing.
Yeah, seriously, showing him up. That's what Beast wants, though. He likes to be shown up. He wants to see other people succeed rather than him. He's a very selfless runner.
Yeah, geez, GG, man.
Yeah. Dean, if you want to hop in here as well, join the party, please feel free. Yeah,
I
he's in the
wonder
waiting room. There he is.
at what point were you like, oh, this might be actually a PB? Jeez, was it like the whole time or?
No, just I mean, the run wasn't very beatable even without sword skip, I think. But
I think it was like roughly, yeah, like just about.
just PB pace basically the whole time.
Yeah. Were you
Nice.
listening to the commentary, by the way?
No, not at all. I was listening to music.
Okay.
Some
we were
auto,
losing
yep.
our shit when you did rank style and skip. We were losing our minds.
Hello, Dean GG.
Hi, Dean. GG. 258 in a
welcome.
race. Oh my god.
Dude, I'm shaking a little bit. Like I had a couple golds this run, and like
Yeah,
getting
dude.
grabbed by a Cargarok and
Yeah.
losing 2 minutes, like still holding it together.
I was really I saw the goals on your splits for a little bit. Oh geez. Andy or Beast is having some trouble with that Cargarok there. Yeah, no, I was the whole run. I was seriously rooting for you two specifically. I was like, wow, these guys are killing it.
It's my second run in the last 2 months.
Nice.
Like, I just took a fat break, and like it feels super clean now.
What is Dean's PB? It's you have like a 56.
High 57? High
Yeah,
57?
high 57, and I was on PB
Okay.
pace up until the 1 cycle Zant miss, and then my high roll
Right.
just sucked. So
Yeah.
but like either way, that's a great way to hold together, even with, like I said, getting grabbed by Karg on a soft reset.
Right. That makes sense.
Oh,
Everybody's saying, yeah, you took a 2-minute phone call. You're still good at the game, Clubbers. Don't be an asshole.
I lost like a minute to the new trick because the Shadow Beast weren't quite lining up for the Isa
Oh, yeah.
stuff and things. So that's a really easy
Yeah.
time save. I got
yeah.
bombs in Arbiters, still almost golded. So like, what? Bad gold.
Yeah, just playing really well, dude.
Time save for
Good
next
stuff.
run.
It almost
Yeah,
motivates me to
you're
want
just
to come
making
back.
sure there was stuff to sign. You're just making sure there was time set for next run. Exactly.
Exactly.
Makes me want to come back and push for that PB because this is like
Do
a
it. Do
22-14 Master Sword, like almost a 50 vessel. Like it
Dude,
wasn't good, but
The
it
sub
was good
255 is
enough.
waiting for you.
It really is. Like I'm capable of getting a 125 league bed, and this is 128. So like that was a
That's insane.
huge potential there.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
All
word.
right. Let's see what.
Oh, the
I
frame perfect there on Andy's side.
Yeah.
Good job, Andy.
Aberganug Polyvert. Itabanaran and Vunch. Nobody's leaving the text on screen because nobody cares about showmanship, I guess.
Everybody's
And-
playing German, but then not using it at the end. Very sad.
Exactly. It's kind of messed up. You just take the 2 seconds of time save and leave. Wow. All right. And good luck on your auto spins. Oh my god, Andy. Don't scare me like that, dude. All right.
Good
Do you
spin
say frames of
attempts.
German? Yes, the
Nice.
Koro text is faster
I think
on
so.
German. The lantern text, I believe. GG,
Yeah.
Anno.
I mean, there is some items some items are faster, some items are slower. Overall,
Okay.
German saves a little bit of time. Yeah. I have a
Alright.
giant list of time,
Yeah,
like,
FX
old
is,
items.
is the language timing guy. He has like a bunch of tables and stuff that are really in depth. Mad
It
respect.
includes it's actually every version, including Korean.
Including
because-
Korean, which is only on Wii.
Yep. And it has
Uh,
everything patched out, so you
Oh,
can.
Glover's is building a port fort. Got to pick
Nice,
up
nice.
box during Zelda. Nice, yeah.
Dude, rip, rest in peace. EJ.
Yeah, EJ having some difficulty with the Ralphos fight. That guy does a lot of damage.
Nice. That's a nice square right there.
Yeah.
Lovers.
Don't hurt your
Don't
boy.
break it. Don't break
Okay,
it.
he's good. He's good.
Okay.
It
good.
didn't break.
Is she gonna land in the pot fort?
Oh, it doesn't seem it. No,
Ah,
she's
not
a
quite.
little bit too far forward. Sag. I was so hoping.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Unfort unit. I'll see myself out.
How long does it take time? I had a lot of free time, so it took me like a few weeks. But it's
Clover's
also
one fair and square. Yeah.
yeah.
Yo, man, I actually do have to pop out because I'm like pushing into my work
Yo,
time. I think
no
I'm
worries,
about
man.
to be late.
Word up, dude. GL.
I
GG.
appreciate it. GGs and the GLs, and I hope everybody else finishes strong. And
Hell yeah.
It's looking like it.
yeah, Beast's only got another 15 minutes.
Yeah. Is
He's
Andrew
still
going to
gonna
be
be
joining
below
us?
sub
Does he want to
330.
come in here? Andrew, you're invited as well. I know you need to get back to your rupee slide.
Oh,
He has like
yeah.
3 hours, I think.
Yeah.
He's got more than that.
Oh yeah, I
And
think
a
he has like
declined interview.
6.
Oh,
That's all good.
Andrew's going to go like eat something. He probably
I think he's
hasn't
gonna
eaten
have
today.
some rest before he needs to get back to
yeah,
his
he
run.
needs
Yeah.
some rest for sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'm popping off. We'll see y'all.
All right. See you later, Dean.
All right,
Thanks
see
for
ya,
having
man.
me. Awesome restream, awesome commentary. So,
Whatever.
hey.
Pretty sure I'm trash, but that's okay.
Felt that. Yeah, Andrew played 6 hours of TP straight. No interruptions.
I mean, that's me, but like,
Oh,
every
yeah.
other day.
A Hondo run or like, glitchless any percent.
god damn. It is rough though. I can absolutely agree that. Get some food,
Yeah.
get some rest. It's super important. Alright,
Everybody
let's see.
and it's kind of spread out right now. It's just Andy and Glovers are the closest.
Everybody's on a different phase of a boss fight, other than
Other than
EJ. But EJ is on his way to a boss fight, but it's gonna get
Yeah.
skipped.
Nice break slide, Andy.
Let's see if Glovers gets good RNG on these light arrows.
Wish him good aim.
Oh, that is. Oh, he got
That
it.
was
Let's
a
go.
snipe.
Let's go.
Wow.
He was like, "You're not getting away."
Yeah. I wonder if EJ or Beast will do Zack. Probably not Beast, but if EJ will do Zack Strat here for this next room. How many people are in the race? 7 people. 7 entrants into the race. And so far, all of them are looking to finish, which is very nice. Love a no done
With-
race.
Pretty good times for everybody as well.
Oh yeah. Yep. Do Officer Goot. Thank you, Glovers,
Nice. I like
for leaving
this
the text on
method.
screen.
Du kämpfst
Yeah, no
sehr
problem.
gut. So, Prince, you see the little dots on the A that makes it an eh. So it's du
What?
kämpfst.
Sorry? No, I don't know that letter. That's not a real letter.
That's not a letter. That's fair enough.
Ich habe
Ich
nur
habe
einen
nur
Wunsch.
einen Wunsch.
There it is.
Ich
On the
habe
German
nur
version-
einen Wunsch.
You don't have to clear the text. It
Dot,
just stays
dot,
on the
dot.
screen.
The only downside is that you don't see your UI, so you can't
Yeah.
know when you can jump attack, but that's okay.
GG Glovers.
3:07:28?
29 on
Something
Glover
like
splits,
29?
which is what's that? A 2-second gold on final split there for Glovers.
Nice. And not a bad time at all.
Yeah, it's totally solid. Glovers will come in here and complain about it, surely.
Yes.
He's gonna talk about how he took a phone call, and that's why it says 3:07.
Yeah, and he'll do his laugh that he does. Andy looking to sharpshooter again.
Nice. Good control.
Yep. EJ going for blonde chain strats on Puppet Zelda.
Very important. You need to show her your balls.
Oh my god, nice shot, Andy. Hi, Glovers.
GG Globe.
Thank you, G's. You know, I was gonna decline because I have to go to work very soon, but I do have a few to say.
Go on.
Laugh.
Nice, thank you.
Wait, it's that laugh.
Huh?
There
You
you
have a
go.
laugh. It's a very particular laugh.
All right,
It's like a
Nope.
cackle.
that was an all right run. Like honestly, it wasn't.
He's not
bad.
a witch, Prince.
Yes. Okay. Have you seen Glubbers?
Have I seen him? I mean,
Yeah. Put a warrant on his nose. He's a witch.
fair enough.
EJ electing to almost take
Whoa.
damage there.
No, what happened with Andy in Palace?
He died a couple times.
He died on something, but I think he died like after getting the light sword somehow, and because he didn't have to do
Maybe.
the whole thing again. So I think he died after getting light sword.
I had seen that exiting Argarok, we were like 20 seconds separated, and then when I looked back at Light Sword, he was like he was at the Soul Room in
GG
Eastway.
Andy.
GG Andy.
Yep.
That'd be a killer time for Wii version.
Yeah.
If he wants to come join us, he can tell us exactly what happened in Palace of Twilight. Or not.
Yep.
Oh, and one thing to make note of for Beast's time, because the beginner route can be quite a bit faster than this, Beast crashed during this run.
He crashed during Argorok drowning or
He-
Cargorok drowning.
No, he loaded a byte save that was invalid because he didn't
Oh.
realize opponent tamed flag wasn't on that file.
Mm,
It must
That'll
have been
do it.
off screen for us because we never saw that.
I don't remember seeing it. It might have been on screen. I just wasn't paying attention.
He was not on screen at the time.
Okay.
But this is a very good run for the beginner route.
Yeah,
Makes sense,
No,
yeah.
of course. Like,
This is going to be the best beginner route run ever.
Hello.
By the way,
Anyways,
hi Andy.
I'm gonna dip.
GG.
Hi, Andy.
See you later, Glub.
no worries, Glovers.
See ya, Globe.
Andy, what was your favorite part of your run?
That's an excellent question.
Yep.
Because it was all kind of bad.
Well, I'm forcing you to look on the bright side. What was the part that you liked?
Wait, what's happening here? Why is EJ throwing the ball?
EJ is off cycle.
I got Stallard skip, so that was cool.
That is cool.
I think-
I agree.
And it was not slower than doing the fight.
Hell yeah.
Even though I
You'll have to
failed
see it.
Nice.
I think EJ doesn't realize that they have to transform.
Maybe not. Yeah. He might be off cycle and never having been off cycle.
There we
before.
go. He decides to transform. And now I think the best way is to transform back into human to do this
Yeah,
final.
do another combo. Yeah.
Nice, they know how to do it.
Hell yeah.
Alright, I will go eat.
All right.
Thank you guys for the
Enjoy Fuji's. Thanks for the
Enjoy.
killer run.
Yeah,
No
congrats
worries.
on the PB, dude.
Thank you. Right, see ya guys.
Hasta luego. All right, sick as hell. Beast watching the Squidnik cutscene, and just between
mean,
EJ and Beast now.
Maybe he could skip it. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, beginner route actually has the ability to skip Squidna.
Wait, what? Oh. Wait, how?
That was a joke.
Yeah, I was so confused for a second. I thought you were serious.
No, that'd be nice.
That would be something.
Andy, do you want to talk about Palace of Twilight, or do you want to just ignore it?
I mean, I can talk about it. I was at low health going into it from Stallard skip, and then just got trolled by stuff. And then there
That
was
sucks.
the whole thing with the Sol. What happened was one of the squeebles like followed me up to where you claw shot it from. And it hit me mid claw shot, and so it dropped it in the stupidest spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beast is doing the ball and chain method, by the way, for this fight.
Well, I think
Or
he's
he's doing sword
slashes.
slashes. Nope, just slashes. Never mind. Forgot I said anything.
But yeah, the positioning for
There's
this
the
is-
ball and chain. Thanks, Beast.
All right, boom. Yeah, the positioning for the 6 slashes to always connect on all of them is really awkward.
Yeah. An impressive
but
looking
yeah.
blade, but nothing more. Would you hear my desire? To take this foul blade and use it to blot out the light forever. Obviously.
Yep, that sounds about right. Yeah, no, it was really unfortunate that the soul was just like right at a point where you couldn't claw shot it. And you
Yeah,
had
it's
to
happened
wait
to me
for
tried
the.
from like so many different spots. I just barely couldn't grab it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was smart to wait for the hand to grab it and bring it up for you.
Yeah, I had to do something similar recently when I dropped it like on top before I had jumped down.
I hate that. I've done
yeah.
that before. When you get hit by a squeal.
Alright, EJ about to stab the guy in the chest. There we go.
GG, EJ.
1340.
1340.
Not
Nice.
bad at all.
Very respectable
Everybody's
time.
pretty close to their
GG.
PBs. It's good.
So far, everybody's bopped my any percent PB, so good job.
What about Beast though?
I think he's on pace. No, he won't. Beast will not bop my any percent PB, actually.
Dang. What's your PB these days? Isn't it like
It's
a
a
14?
316.19.
Oh, 16. Okay.
Yep.
I'm just chilling at the 5742.
Yep. And there's the man himself, EJ. How's it going?
Hello, I am hungry and I'm warm.
Fair
It's
enough.
very hot in my room.
Yeah, I turned my air conditioner off. It's pretty hot in here as well. What was your favorite part of your run before you leave?
Stallard skip, except for the part where I failed it twice. But
Sick as hell. That's a
Yo,
great reason.
same. That's
Yeah,
what I
the
said,
Stella skip was
like,
good.
Literally.
yeah, no, I did my setup properly. I just messed up the bomb boost. I was late the first time and early the next time, so I was like, whatever.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a precise angle setup for the CAD. That was
That
really
was
sick.
really cool to watch, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a vertical angle setup.
I think
Yeah.
EJ
Yeah.
made that himself. So.
No way!
Yeah, I found
Sick as
it
hell.
like a couple weeks ago. I don't remember. I posted it, but obviously, like most people that already know how to do it are pretty good at just doing it.
Right.
But personally, I'm really, really shaky at aiming, so I was happy I was able to find. Yeah, so you can get the angle, and I do that weird CAD stuff too because I'm weird. But
I mean, if it works, it works.
yeah, if I just didn't fail the bomb boost, I'd been fine. But yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun. It was a fun race, and I'm gonna go get food. So,
Hell yeah. Enjoy food, dude.
Yeah, see you guys. And good
Thanks
luck
for
to
hanging
Beast
out.
For the rest.
Alright, Beast.
I think I want food as well. I'm gonna head out. But
Sure thing.
thanks for commentating and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Thanks
see you
for
guys
racing.
later.
Thanks for the race, man.
So it's just Beast, everybody.
I think
down,
it's just Beast,
down to him.
who's
Uh,
running around in this fish suit,
Yeah.
an Orden sword.
I don't
Wait,
think
or not
there will
Orden sword,
be-
Orden shield. I'm
Yeah,
sure he has the Orden sword as well, but
That would be a little bit strange if he had the Orden sword. I guess he could equip it, right?
yeah, that's what I mean. He has
So-
it, right?
Yeah. What happened
I'm
to
sure
Beast? He's running the beginner route. Beast is running one of these slowest routes for this game, for this run at least.
I mean, isn't it? I mean, it's by virtue of being the beginner route, it is the slowest route.
I guess, yeah. So,
But it's
fair
not
enough.
a bad route, and it's not.
No,
that
it's a fine
slow.
route. He's sub 330ing.
Oh, doing the faster lantern.
Yep, very nice. But yeah, this route does not do back in time, does not do sword and shield skip.
Oh, it didn't quite
Does-
get it.
Pillar clip with Zora armor. It does escort, and it gets Zora armor. Give him a second. He'll get there.
Let's just kill all these keys.
Yeah. I assume it gets a real bomb bag at some point.
No, this route does not get a bomb bag.
Never mind. This route doesn't get a bomb bag.
Beginner route gets no bombs.
Cool. Mega Mind face. No
It
bomb.
used to. The old beginner route did get bombs to deal with
Right.
King Boblin 2,
Oh, yeah.
but now there's King Boblin 2 skip, so you don't need bombs anymore.
Which
I say
means-
now, but it's like, 5
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, no bombs, which means sword slashes for the Dynelphos.
Yep, 5 slashes, or 7 slashes into a spin attack.
And slingshot?
Ah, he's
Okay.
gonna slingshot the Rothfuss down, alright.
Yeah, to get it to guard, I assume.
I wonder if that's better than using Boomerang. That would be funny.
It's probably a little bit faster, right? Because the slingshot probably travels faster.
I don't know if it reaches.
Oh.
It doesn't. Oh, there you go.
It does, yeah.
It does reach. It's just a little bit finicky because it travels very slowly.
Huh, that's kind of cool.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, nailed it. Very nice. And there's the boss key. Oh no, it's kleine Schlüssel. I forgot. He's got to wait for the
Yep.
other side.
Yep, the kleine Schlüssel. Or Schlüssel? I always forget if it's U or U for...
Beats me.
Well, I never properly read the freaking text. I play in German too because it's faster. Oh,
Kleinen
yes,
Schlüssel.
the Schlüssel, yeah. The
Yeah,
Schlüssel.
Okay, it hasn't moved out. Got it.
Schlüssel? Yeah, okay. Alright.
Cool.
Thank you, Tobias.
All right. Beast actually going to meet the friends that he did make along the way.
Yeah, it's true. Beast actually made some friends this run.
Yep.
You
We
wouldn't
didn't
think
see
him a
most of them,
speedrunner, but he did make some
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it's no, we didn't mean it. We didn't mean it. I'm sorry, Beast. All right, there they are. The gang. And I mean the rest of the run is going to be the same as everybody else has done, except he's going to be wearing a fish suit.
Which makes it 10 times cooler.
Agree, strongly agree.
Because blue is a cool color, right? It's like a cold color.
It's
so
a very fast color.
true, yes. Unless you want to go like light speed, then you need to redshift, and then it's not fast anymore to be blue.
Right.
But I mean, so I guess red splits are fast because
of redshift, yeah.
I guess
Pretty
this
close to me.
Yeah, I guess I
I'm
should
no
change.
cosmologist, but I think that adds up.
I feel like I should change my split, like my. I feel like I should make my head splits red from now on, just to confuse the shit out of everybody.
Yeah. Also, by the way, Andy is finishing the cutscene, so if you cared about the plot of this game, you can watch Andy's stream.
I mean, we all care about Midna. I don't know about plot, but you know,
Yeah.
I guess
It would
there's
suck
some
if
kind of plot.
It would suck if Midna like left or something.
Yeah. I
That'd
mean,
be
we've
really
been
rough.
chilling for. Nice slingshot. I love it. That actually
What happened?
stuns them. That's crazy. Nice swings. Interesting.
He's getting there. Yeah.
All right. I mean, it would take more time with the Orden sword.
That's true. Yeah.
Luckily, we're wearing the Master Sword.
Yep. You can do it. Nice.
The skull is in the way. Very good. That skull is actually my bane in glitchless as well because it blocks bomb arrows.
Oh, really? And so you have
Yeah,
to like aim
it's
over it.
You just freaking explode your face with it.
That sucks.
It's so stupid.
Link. You what, Midna? What do you need? See you later. What do you mean? See
That's
you later? Where are you
grammatically
going?
incorrect, man. It's. I will see you later, not I see you later. Come on.
Wait, what is this? What's happening in the mirror?
It needs to be cleaned, I think.
Yeah, probably. Get some Windex on there.
I mean, the hinges seem rusty as well, so some WD-40 maybe?
True. Rusties. You know. Wait, Midna. Midna, where are you going? What's happening?
Where are you going? Out.
She wants cigarettes. Oh man, I was really hoping for TP too. Well, there goes those dreams.
Slingshot is a top-tier item, honestly.
Slingshot is overpowered.
Did you know that it one-shots the boblins in Hidden Village as well?
Oh yeah. I think Beast had to do that a couple times in Hundo because he was out of arrows.
Yeah, every once in a while in glitchless I need to do it with Slingshot because I don't have enough arrows after missing too many because I'm bad.
It happens. It happens.
And you need to pull out the Slingshot and just savagely pellet them all to death.
They're very fair-skinned, you know. They bruise easily. So.
They're like, oh no!
Yeah. My complexion.
I'm allergic!
Yeah, they're allergic to Deku seeds. They just go into anaphylaxis and die.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yep. Beast, you're really showing puppets all the what for, bro. You're really doing a great job. Chaining those quick spins. Yep, nice. This is a fairly slow Zelda fight, actually.
Yeah, this is impressive.
A lot of triangles.
Oh no, he couldn't quite dodge that one.
Oh no. Luckily, he
He's
has
gonna
some
drink
milk.
luckily, he can actually recover his health. Yeah.
Yep.
That would have been dangerous otherwise.
Now he can do bottle strats.
Yeah, he can use the empty bottle to reflect the last orb. How about that?
Yep. Nice.
But he didn't do it. Oh well.
Time save for next run.
I think that's just in the game as a throwback to Oot, because you could reflect something with bottle in there as
Is
well.
that a thing? Oh.
Yeah.
I was not aware. All right. Beast is now going to send some emails out to people he needs to correspond with.
Yep.
And,
email me.
He's also going to do a thumb war. Get into a thumb war here with Beast Cannon.
He doesn't have thumbs. It's a beast.
There's thumb-like appendages.
That's not thumbs.
I mean, they're not opposable, but I would argue they're the thumbs.
I mean, like, yeah, cats have these like appendages
Yeah,
up
they
there,
have
like halfway up
the-
their legs as well. That's not a thumb.
Yeah, like dew claws, I think they're called. He totally has thumbs. Yeah, he has thumbs. He can thumb more.
I feel like he's too strong though.
No,
Bit
Link is
bit
really
of an
strong.
advantage.
No, you just thumb war Beast Cannon with Minda's hand, with her head hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just be careful not to accidentally fondle him though. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta be. Turn into a very different interaction. You know, Wolf Link sniffs Ganon's butthole one time. It's all over. It is called a
It's
dew
called
claw?
a
That's what I
dew claw?
thought. Okay. I wasn't sure. Good fight, Beast, by the way. Side note.
Yep.
Now he's going to pass the controller to H-Dog for the horseback section. I don't think she's here right now, but she's here in spirit.
Oh, Ganon's looking left. That's kind of annoying. I always hate when that happens.
It bears note that this sequence, the first part is sort of scripted. You want to run left in between the shades and Ganondorf. So to sort of standardize his patterns.
Yep, and then there's usually 3 patterns that can happen.
Yep.
He can run straight forward, which is the least likely. He can go left, which is most likely, or he can turn around, which is second most likely, I guess. Though in runs, I tend to basically just get straight left every single time. So I don't know.
I've gotten a lot of pattern B recently.
In fairness, I don't like, because I only run once. Like I do 1 run a day, so I don't get
That's
that many runs.
fair,
I guess
yeah.
so. It's like
Makes sense.
maybe I'm just my results are just skewed.
I don't know.
To
I just practice horseback a lot because I'm really bad at it. An impressive looking blade, but nothing more.
wow, that's kind of rude.
Yeah, it's a cool, like, it's the blade of evil's bane. Does your sword have a name, Ganondorf? I don't think so.
I mean, this is sort of the 7 Sages, isn't it?
Oh, I guess it is a sword. Never mind. Forgot I said anything.
Come on, man, step it up.
No, I'm a fake fan. Can't believe this. Fishing rod strats.
The Bane of Evil's blade. Ah, yes.
The bane of evil's blade. Yes, indeed. The fishing rod is the bane of evil's blade.
Yep.
I'm so good at speaking.
Hog slide.
Yeah. Nice. All right, wrap it up, Beast. Bring us home. Very close.
Almost.
There you go.
Nice.
Ball and chain.
Yep.
Let me make sure he's down.
Smack him in the face. Come on.
And GG.
Boom.
327-23.
Considering apparently Beast crashed.
Yeah, a crash
that
and
seems
on
like
beginner
a-
route. That's a totally respectable run.
Seems like a good time to me.
Yeah.
GG. That was fun.
Yeah. That was a sick race. That was, like, we got
everybody brought
Gorge
their
route,
A
bite
game.
route, beginner route.
We had
Everybody
what was it,
finished?
3 first try Saturn skips. Like this was
Yeah.
crazy as well.
Yeah. Beast, you gonna pop in here, or are we just gonna get out of here? What do you reckon? The restreamer hasn't said anything, so I figure it's just a free for all. Yeah, word. The restreamer straight up like having like he's like on a like a break. He's like in the bathroom.
The
Seems like
restreamer's
a
right
problem for
here.
him.
Never mind. The restreamer's right here. Forget I said anything.
But here's my Will the
Hi,
Beast.
I'm right here.
Hi, Beast.
Hi.
Beast, what was your favorite part of your run?
Oh my god. I think my favorite part was probably trying to warp after beating Stallard.
Okay.
'Cause
Yeah.
I haven't done that for so long. I forgot how to do the zooming thing.
Yep. You got
So
to.
there were a few warps where I spent like 10 seconds just trying to figure out what I was doing.
Yep. Let's go. Good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I went for some fun strats just where the route didn't specify what I was supposed to do, but like
Sure.
for Key Super Jump in Palace, for example, the route explicitly said put the souls in the sockets. So.
Wow, lame.
Yeah, and it explicitly
fix your
said to kill
route,
the
bro.
Bocos too. I was going to do the LJA for the barrier skip, but
Oh. Ugh, what a hassle.
so the reason I did beginner route, I wasn't actually planning to. Like I was kind of planning to, and then I decided not to. But then I failed safe back in time at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
I just failed my D-pad press.
Right.
And then I was going to go do it again, and I realized that I didn't have enough health. I didn't know where to get health, so I just decided to do the beginner route instead.
Sick, yeah. Whatever works. What was your least favorite part of the run?
Least favorite?
Yeah. Because you like most of the stuff that you had to do, like because you do it in Hundo.
It was kind of boring though, because I had to do the wolf setup at the end because the route said to.
Oh really?
Actually, honestly, my favorite part was Diababa. I don't usually get to fight Diababa in short runs.
Mm.
Did you do Uklis?
Yeah. I don't think the route said one way or another on how to beat Diababa. I think it just said beat Diababa.
I think it just says fight Diababa, yeah.
Yeah.
It just says fight Diababa. Collect the heart piece, pog slide.
Very, very important.
Yeah. Yeah, I accidentally crashed when I was setting EBF because I loaded the Fair and Twilight cleared save, which doesn't work because you don't have boots.
Yes.
I was supposed to load the milk save, but I just wasn't thinking, so I forgot.
Gotta be careful about that milk save.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for commentating. That was a really fun race, and GGGG's, I know he's not here anymore.
That was a killer race.
Yeah.
Lots of good
really
stuff.
Close.
My favorite part was the Wrangless style escape from G's. That was my favorite part.
Yeah, that was great.
I was like, there's no way in a race, and then he just pulls it out of the bag.
Yeah,
It's like,
nailed
okay, then. It was crazy.
Hell yeah. Great job, everybody. Hey, thanks for having me on to commentate, by the way. Side note. That was neat.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy I got to do this as well, because I haven't properly watched any % in a while, so seeing all the new strats being used by everybody is really cool.
Pretty neat.
Yep, thanks for doing it.
I did it. I'm
did.
probably going
Thank
to go turn my air conditioner back on.
Yeah. You go ahead and do that. Thank you to Prince and FX for amazing commentary today. Thank you to all our runners who put on an amazing show. I mean, G's PBing live on Restream by almost a minute and a half. Andy almost matching his PB. Several other runners also very close to their personal bests in an RTA race. Just sick. So
pretty hype.
Pretty dang hype. So that was. I hope you all had fun watching this. I certainly had fun. Pushing the buttons on the back end and helping make this thing happen. Phrasing, I know. I realized as soon as I
didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
No, you didn't say anything. Anyway, but yeah, we'll get you out of here. Next up on the schedule on Zelda Speedruns is what do we have here? The OT randomizer NA Weekly at 10 p.m. UTC, 6 p.m. Eastern. And after that, the EU Weekly, also OT randomizer, 1 p.m. UTC tomorrow on 9 a.m. Eastern. What's on right now, though, is the Minimalins tournament over on Zelda Speedruns 1. Wind Waker Randomizer, a tournament for up-and-coming new runners. And
Cool.
the grand finals of Group Nehru are currently happening. It's Blanksai versus Cine. One of them is going to win their group today. So I'm gonna rate you all over there. And want to say once again, thank you all for watching.
Thanks to Tobias G
Thanks
for
for having
restreaming.
us.
Yeah, thanks.
Been our pleasure. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.